Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the day of days. The day of days. We are finally, getting a Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord announcement. It feels like I'm in a fever dream right now. It's been a year and 9 months since TaleWorlds last announced anything. A patch, what's coming. But today, boys, I'm hoping, imagine after all of this build up and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna release 1.3 and that's it, basically. Imagine. No, come on, let's be optimistic, boys. No doubters, no haters in the chat. Today we will hopefully get something amazing. Just when I finally had your mod list working? Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you got that mod list working. What I recommend you doing, so again, I don't think, so we are going to be playing, just a little heads up for what we're doing today. So the event or the announcement, I don't think it's around about 9 p.m. GMT. So in about 2 hours time, roughly. We're going to be tuning in a bit before then just to make sure we don't miss anything in case it's early or if it's late, as long as we're there. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing in one of the big 600 player multiplayer clan events. So that's what we're going to be doing right now with KOH. I think it's a Gladiator versus Roman modded online battle with clans and everything. It's really cool. So stick around for that if you guys are hyped. And then obviously when that ends around in about an hour's time, we'll then switch over to the future game show and we'll kind of just count down. But yeah, it's exciting, man. I can't wait. Let's hope. Let's hope for a huge DLC, a reworked diplomacy, naval battles, a new continent, naval battles, as I said. That's the dream. If we get, like, you know, that's like the ultimate thing. If we don't get that, like, because the thing is as well, I think if they're adding in naval battles, which it really looks like they're going to be, you need a reason to do that. And you need a reason for people to do naval battles and to fight. And unless you're traveling somewhere, Calradia just doesn't really have like the water to support that. So if it is naval battles, then it has to be an expansion to the map or a completely standalone game, you know? Because right now, Calradia doesn't offer you that like water, right? So we'll have to see. Again, I am so optimistic, but I'm ready to have my heart broken. What do you guys think? I think the Nords are guaranteed. It's whether or not it's like a standalone game or expansion. I really hope it's an expansion, kind of like a Total War style expansion of the map, etc., etc. But yeah, how's it going as well? Sorry, I'm trying to do like multiple things at once, trying to be super hyped. I also need to find the password for this event as well. So give me a second. Let me just jump in to the KOH boys and ask them quickly. I'll turn the music off. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we'll have more time to talk. I'm obviously just trying to get into this event quickly. What does run free mean? We were doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke on Twitch, and I just left it up, but it's gone now, so don't worry. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I know, John. I definitely agree, John. The Iron and Fire really turned, like, confused me. I ain't gonna lie. It did make me think kind of like of a Caribbean. Like, is it like a Caribbean DLC or something? But then like the second teaser I think just cuts that off completely. I think it's like the second teaser really does just stop that, you know? You know, so like that's what I thought. Like I thought that third teaser of the poem really made it sound like, you know, it is pirates, etc. But then like the second teaser, you know, it was a shield, right? It was like a medieval, it was like a Viking round shield and like a medieval sword. So that, yeah, I just don't, I don't think it is, you know. I think it's more likely that just like iron and fire is just like the fire of the ships going up in the midst of a battle, you know, burning ships. But, you know, maybe we can, and the thing is as well, you can't add guns into it because Bannerlord is set 210 years before Warband. So, you know, it's very different. Are we Romans or are we gladiators? We are KOH. Where are we, boys? Am I blind? Sorry, where's KOH? Such cool skins, man. Yeah, where are we? KOP. KOH. Okay, we're Romans. Le Romans. But yeah, I mean, as I said, it's gonna be, yeah. So sorry, as I'm getting distracted, I'm trying to manage a million things in my head, but now we're set up here, we'll be fine. Yeah. So Caribbean stuff with gunpowder, but yeah, we were saying, sorry, the timeline of Bannerlord is it's set 210 years before Warband. And then like that's why everyone thinks it's the Nords, because in the history of Mount and Blade, the Nords invaded after the Empire broke apart, and the Empire's just broken apart in Bannerlord. So it's like perfect timing for a Nord invasion migration to come in, because the Empire used the Nords to basically like to sail their ships, and then they gave them land as a thank you, like bits of land along the coast. And then basically the Nords come in and try and invade everything. And they get beaten back eventually, but they still kind of think it's their right. Yeah, no, you're all good, Giovanni. Don't worry about it. I'm sure that's obviously everyone's here. So we don't know exactly when the event is. We're not 100% sure exactly when the announcement is. It's just part of the future game show, which starts in an hour's time. However, they did say I can probably say that, it's fine. They did say it's going to be roughly about like an hour or so into the show. So it's not going to be like the first thing, basically, they said. It's going to be like, you know, about an hour or so into the show. So, you know, if you're just looking for that then, and you don't want to watch this this online battle, then you can probably come back in like an hour's time, hour and a half's time, and you'll probably be good. We're going to obviously jump straight into the future game thing so we don't miss it in case it's early, in case it's late. One thing as well, GMT. One thing as well I'm really hoping that they do as well is diplomacy, man. They've got like, I fully get it. It's like, so yeah, my dream of the announcement is that it's everything we've said. It's the Nords, it's a new continent. It's, I don't know why I can't say continent. It's a new continent. It's naval battles. And then alongside that DLC, 1.3 or 2.0, if they feel like it's good enough for a 2.0, releases alongside that, which is a free patch, obviously. And then that's a nice image. Yeah, that releases alongside the DLC and adds in like a complete rework to stuff like kingdom management and diplomacy. You know, so like if you want the deal, and maybe even naval battles and stuff to the base game. You know, that all stuff gets added to the base game, and then if you want the DLC, you kind of go and you get that DLC for like the new factions and the new map areas and stuff. That'd be awesome. Again, I'm being very optimistic here. I think it's always better to be optimistic and then be disappointed, you know? Have that dream. Have the best case scenario inside of your head. All right, cool. We're going to jump into Discord with the boys, because I imagine the event is starting pretty soon. Where are we? KOH. I'm gonna probably mute myself. It's only 20. Oh no, we're split up into archers and stuff. So let's join.
Roman infantry, so you're probably gonna.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute up until we actually end. Also, if we remember, every time I said they were running something like another faction. Who said that? The Kuzites. Oh yeah, so there's all the Kuzite stuff as well. But one thing that like has got me, so if we quickly load up the their Twitter account quickly, and take a look at this and take a look at some of the things whilst waiting for this event to start. And I go, oh, sorry, ignore that. Boom. Yeah. So if we take a look at like this right here, like, I don't know, it's just something about that terrain. I'm probably reading so much into it, right? But it's just something about these shadows, like right here, but we just haven't seen anything like that. As you say, John, it looks very Chinese, you know? Immediately it makes me think of, Three Kingdoms, Total War. Immediately it makes me think of, like, Cathay from Total War. So, yeah, as you say, like, the Kuzites are running from something, so maybe they're running from these guys. And keep in mind as well, so something as well, to keep in mind is, there were elephants. Do you guys remember them elephants that were leaked all that time ago? So imagine if it's more like an Indian faction, maybe. But again, I don't know. It just feels weird because this scene is an in-game scene, right? I think it's made with their custom editor, but what we're looking at is like an in-game GIF. You know, these are props that they've put all here and they've designed, etc. You know, this is in game, I'm pretty sure. So like this stuff back here is in game. So these are assets, right? Unless they've, I don't know, just like superimposed something on it. I don't know. Maybe no, it could just be like, you know, artistic choice after they've kind of rendered this and then they kind of customize it and edit it. But yeah, I don't know. Oh god, we're starting. Cool. Right. Loading in. We lagged out, server crash. That'd be about right. Let me see what they're saying. But then everything else makes it, I don't know, everything else makes it feel different, you know? We're just gonna have to see. It's gonna be exciting though. It's gonna be exciting. Let me see what's going on.
Well, be right back. I can grab some more food.
Nice move, guys.
I think the server crashed by the looks of it.
So, did the server crash?
No.
I think it just bugged.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because
Nobody's
No,
found.
it's crashed. It's crashed. Yeah. 'Cause you can.
All right. Well, we can just keep on yapping whilst we wait for it to sort itself out. I am as well. Yeah, I'm really curious to see exactly how big everything is going to be, you know. Is it just going to be, you know, like worst case scenario? Let's talk worst case scenario. It's just like it's not even a map expansion, right? It's like a new faction that invades the campaign at a certain date, you know? That is worst case, you know? It's a faction that invades. It's still the same old Calradia. It's still the same old Calradia. No extra factions on the map. It's just a late game invasion. I would say that, I mean, worst case scenario is, as John says, 100 bug fixes. But I think that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is an entire new continent with multiple factions, handful of different cultures, naval battles. Oh, that'd be great. Announcement. Let me put another thing. Another pinned comment. There you go. So just if people come in asking when the reveal is, just point them to the pinned comment, boys. It's gonna be a while, but I wanted to stream this. You know, we put up some viewers as well for the event, and then once this event is over, we'll switch over. Oh yeah, I mean, best case would be like a co-op campaign. Imagine. Oh no, that's asking for too much, boys. Don't get greedy, okay? Don't get greedy. It's been a year and 9 months on account content drought, okay? Don't get greedy and ask for co-op, okay? I would be happy. A new continent, naval battles, naval travel. Bosh, we're done. And there's things as well. There are things that really do point to naval battles being the thing, because I remember actually, this must have been like a year ago actually. I remember the people who make Persistent Empires, or one of those mods, had like, they had a real back and forth with the TaleWorlds developers about naval movement and naval travel and stuff. Obviously, we've had like stuff in Banner Kings and Culture Expanded that have been able to move like ships around. But and there's been like stuff like blocks made and a few other things that have allowed naval combat in the game. Like I know Realm of Thrones has a thing on wheels. But yeah, I do remember the developers of PE said that they did have like it was quite a back and forth about like, oh, how do I do this? And then they were helping each other. And then I believe PE helped the devs of the game with some stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that correctly. So yeah, I think, yeah. And again, the Japan mod also has proper naval battles in their game already as well. So they haven't really shown it off, but yeah, the Japan modders, the people who are making the Shikoho mod, do have like a proper naval battle. So I haven't shown it off though. So maybe they knew all this time about what's coming and they've like prepped for it or something. I mean, I doubt that's the case. They've probably just done their amazing own version of it, but they've said that they've had proper naval combat and stuff beforehand. But yeah. Okay, let's get back into this event. Hopefully it's all working. How about a store where you can buy the mods on console? Yeah, I mean, I highly doubt. It would be amazing if mods would come to console. At least some of them, like in Skyrim and stuff. But I doubt it, honestly. It's Mountain Blade, not Sail and Blade. I think the reason to be hyped about naval battles is it leads to something else. I think that's my biggest thing. Is if you just add naval battles to Calradia, that's not that exciting because realistically, there's no real reason to go on the water. Everything is connected by land. Maybe you'll be Empire invading the Azerai, but that's about it, right? If you're going to go through the effort of adding naval travel and naval battles into the game, that suggests that there's a reason to use it. So there's a reason to travel somewhere or travel from somewhere to Calradia. Is my thinking behind that. So if you're going to add in naval battles, then you're going to be adding in, you know, like a new area to go to actually make that a reason why, is my thinking. Again, I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, the DLC will definitely come to console. It'd be crazy if it didn't. It'd be crazy if it didn't. I don't see any reason why. It might not be the same time, but okay, hopefully the server is kind of not doing good right now, but let's hope. When will the whole thing appear? So yeah, the announcement as by the pinned comment is around about 9 p.m. So just under 2 hours, roughly. I'd get in here a little bit sooner, or obviously, and again, you guys, if you guys are sick of me yapping as well, you can just go and watch the proper live stream as well. How big? And also as well, so another reason why I don't think it's a new game either is they still have job listings as well. TaleWorlds. If we go over to TaleWorlds, imagine if it was just here, they just like leaked it already. Imagine. And go to careers, and they still have titles for Bannerlord. You know, they still have Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. Bannerlord, you know, they're still hiring for for Bannerlord. Interesting, yeah. It's interesting that someone just like Mountain Blade 2, and Mrs. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. It's a bit weird that these are like Bannerlord and these are just Mountain Blade 2. I wonder if that means it's a standalone title, you know? That does make me think it's like a standalone title, you know? These are just for the Mountain, like, because it's still going to be Mountain Blade 2, you know? Fire and Sword or whatever it's called, or Brett Walder was still Mountain Blade Warband, you know? But interesting. They also did have up again a really funny, interesting story as well. Is they did also have a vacancy up, talking about a new sci-fi title that they were working on. It was like sci-fi game product manager or something, or like coder for our future sci-fi title. That was like promptly removed very quickly. This was years ago as well, by the way. This was years ago. But yeah, there was a job vacancy that talked about a sci-fi title. Which would be pretty awesome. But yeah, sorry, back to my point. TaleWorlds, I think, have around about 130 employees. They're not like a huge studio, but they're not tiny either. Yeah, I would say they're a decent-sized studio. 130 people working across multiple titles, you know. Oh, it sounds like the server is not faring well. Let me just quickly move that so I don't leak the password. Hopefully it's fine. So yeah, what we're doing right now for people just jumping in, we're trying to play the big 600-man clan event, which is like, I think this week, last week it was Lord of the Rings, this week it's Romans vs Spartans. And we were basically going to play this and then jump on to the announcement whenever it happens later. It would have been a cool way to like branch us in. Because yeah, the announcement stuff doesn't happen for a little while yet. Let me just quickly get it up as well. I'll put it on my second monitor just so we don't miss anything. On the off chance that they're like, oh, we're actually announcing it first thing. Yeah, so the actual trailer, so the actual thing I think opens in 13 minutes. The overall store thing opens in 13 minutes. And then it's like, it doesn't start till 8 o'clock, so it doesn't start for another 40 minutes. And then I believe the Bannerlord announcement won't be until like an hour-ish into the show. But we'll probably whip this open and have a watch of it as well, build some hype. And yeah, keep in mind that I highly doubt that anything's gonna release at the moment. Yo, how's it going, Black Wolf? Welcome, my man. Yeah, I highly doubt that any content is gonna release today or even this week, maybe. There's a small chance that they'll drop like 1.3 with this announcement, but I would imagine 1.3 will come along with whatever the announcement is, like when that releases, where if it's a DLC or whatever, that's when 1.3 will come. And I imagine that's why 1.3 has taken so long, is they're planning on updating the base game alongside the DLC. If it's a DLC, who knows? You know. Oh my god, a Prophecy of Pendor would be incredible. Do you guys know, I only played Prophecy of Pendor for the first time like a year ago. I actually never played it on Warband. How crazy is that? Such a good game, such a good mod, man. Everything felt so amazing. Like when you finally got enough of them, enough relationship to start getting some of the elf units. Oh, they were amazing. And then the elf units would just kill everything. Oh, that was like, it was just so satisfying. And the game just felt so good. There was like risk, there was a reward. And it felt impactful once you got this really OP unit. Yeah. I really hope that they... What? Number 3, I imagine? I'll leave it a little bit, see what server we're joining. What is Prophecy of Pendor? It's a warband mod, but it's like the ultimate warband mod out there. It was so good. It was like a really difficult mod, but once you got the hang of it, it just felt so rewarding. They gave you a poem? What was the poem? Was it the, I don't know, let's go on X quickly. Whilst we're waiting for this. I really hope this does get, because it'd be awesome to show you guys how, like, fun these big events are. Was it this? Was it this poem right here? Was it Blades to the storm, iron to the fray, empires drown where shadows lay. Iron and flame, salt and bone, hold strong lads, or sleep in stone. It, like, this just makes me think we have to be going somewhere, right? We have to be. There's no way that empires drown where shadows lay. You know? Where do shadows lay? Not in Calradia. We've explored all of Calradia. It can't be. So it has to be somewhere new. Yeah, I was joking, obviously. Prophecy of Pendor, yeah, would be good. Yeah, no, it's definitely a revealed date. But I can't imagine I mean, obviously knowing TaleWorlds, we probably won't get the DLC until about 9 years. Just like the Bannerlord announcement. But I imagine it won't be that. Oh, it's this event, cool. I imagine it won't be like that. It won't be that far away. I'm just really hoping the release date isn't in May, because I'm going on my honeymoon for 2 weeks in May. And that would be crazy. Imagine the biggest content drought ever and we finally get something. Whee! Why is it not working? Let me in. Maybe I just need to redo the password, maybe. Maybe too many people are trying to join. Could be the case. Cancel it, yeah. I don't think we'd be getting much in the way of deposits back. Cancel the honeymoon. I mean, going to Hawaii or playing a Bannerlord DLC. I don't know. Hawaii seems like a once in a lifetime type of thing. Yeah, I mean, what I'm hoping for, Blackbeard, is that we're getting a big free base game update alongside a DLC, you know? I think that's the way to do it. That's the way to make everybody happy, is bringing a bunch of mechanics to the base game and then basically make the DLC like the new land area, the new factions. That's the reason why you want to buy it, but the base game improves. Because, like, obviously, Bannerlord gets really good game. Like, Bannerlord, let's go Steam charts really quickly. Like, it's crazy. Steam charts, Bannerlord. If we take a look at it, like, you know, obviously they've gone down since, like, February. Like, February was really bad because I think it was a summer sale. But look at that. In January, we had a 42,000 player peak. You know? Like, that is mental. Compare that to, like to Warhammer Total War, that regularly, like, I think it's good to compare it to Warhammer, because it's a game that regularly gets new DLCs. And look at that. Like, you know, average player count is below Bannerlord, and they had a DLC in December. Like, this game is still very much alive and kicking. It just needs love. And I mean, the main reason it's alive and kicking is because how amazing modders are, right? Like, that's the reason. Is because modders are so incredible. Stuff like Eagle Rising, stuff like Realm of Thrones. I mean, there's so many. I could now name all of them. There's just so many. And there's just all the minor mods as well. You know, people, stuff like RTS camera, for God's sake, is incredible. You know, if I didn't have RTS camera, I don't know what I'd be doing. Yeah, and if the game got like regular update, again, keep in mind as well, there's a 42,000, like obviously it's on sale, the game was on sale. That's a 42,000 person player peak in January with no content for a year, no update or content for a year and 9 months. It is mental. And again, none of the huge mods have even released yet as well. The stuff like Kingdom of Arda, stuff like Shikuho. I can never pronounce that goddamn mod. It haunts me to these days. Shokuho. Stuff like In the Name of Jerusalem 2, you know, all these major mods haven't even released yet. The event was called off? No! No! Maybe we just run into like a single player lobby then whilst we wait. Because the future game show is starting, but I don't think it starts for a while. So maybe let's just jump into a vanilla server quickly and we'll just run around and I'll yap to you guys whilst we're waiting. Because we've got a bit of time to kill, and then we'll probably watch the future game show just in general. But by the way, guys, if you are enjoying or you are chilling or you're just here in the stream, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could drop a like down below. It helps out massively. It'll get this stream out there to more people, which is obviously amazing. And of course, if you guys haven't already, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I post mainly a lot of mods content on the channel. And obviously, you know, whenever there's news about this DLC or whatever it is, I'll be covering it. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. As I said, I post basically every single day. Oh my god. I did not realize Bannerlord servers were this dead. As a person who can play on Xbox without RTS camera, can't join. Why can't we join now? Oh, it's full. There's one server and it's full. God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, I think without RTS camera, life becomes quite difficult. I ain't gonna lie. Like, at least commanding, you know? And again, hopefully this is the peak Bannerlord experience. Hell yeah. That's what we're here for, boys. Hopefully this is just the very beginning as well, you know? Hopefully this is just the start of... Hopefully this is just the start of their DLC. And they start dropping new continents, new cultures in a much quicker fashion, you know? Okay. I like where Bruno's at, okay? Let's make a pact now, right now, chat. In an hour and a half's time, whenever the announcement fires. Okay. If it's a DLC, you guys all have to become members by hitting the join button for as little as $2. You guys all have to become a member, okay? That's the rules. I don't make them. That's the rules. If it's a brand new game, you guys have to super chat to me, you know? Again, don't make the rules. However, if it's patch 1.3, every single person has to unsubscribe from the channel, and I'll delete my YouTube channel.
Away with you.
Hey, King of the Elves, welcome back, my man. Thank you so much for the membership, dude. I really appreciate it. Feels like I win either way. yeah, but you can say that. Yo, how's it going, Ryan? You're already a member? Hey, well, sorry. It is what it is, I'm afraid, my friend. It is what it is. Speaking of which, can I, sorry, 1 second. I think I might have my members things. I should be able to gift some members myself. Yeah, there you go, guys. There's 5 gifties in the chat. Big thank you for you guys being here.
It's almost harvesting season.
It is almost harvesting season. Them words have never been truer. And I'll gift another 5 in a little bit as well. We have 5 more to gift away. YouTube is pretty nice that they give you 10 members to give away, basically. So again, we are just waiting for the future game show to start. We'll probably just start watching it at 8 as we prepare ourselves. How's it going, Ryan, as well? How you doing today, my man? And then everybody else joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going? Interesting knowledge. John as well, welcome. How you doing? How's it going, Joshua? Wait, are these guys are on my team, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I definitely get what people are saying about, like, oh, imagine selling a DLC when the game's in whatever state it's in. I think for me, it will come down to how expensive. If it is a DLC, again, it could be a standalone game. I think it comes down to how much does it cost, you know? Is it going to be like $30? Is it going to be like $40? Oh my god. Is it going to be, you know, more like how expensive is it and how much content you get? I'm like absolutely cool if it's value for money. Then yeah, I don't mind them doing a DLC because it's only going to help support the game in the future, you know? Because if the DLC does well, they'll do more of it and we'll get more content, right? Again, that's not on us. That's not like you guys have to buy the DLC, otherwise the game's dead. That's not what I'm saying at all, you know? But I'm from their point, like for them, I'm hoping it's good because then we'll get more of it, you know? They have to produce a good DLC that's good value for money, then people will buy it. The exclusive horse armor for $9.99. Absolute bargain. You know? And I also think as well, they have to give stuff to people for free in a patch. I think it's the paradox. I think they have to go down the paradox style. Honestly. A paradox style of here's a big free update. Accent shield, boys. Here's a big free update alongside this DLC. I think that's the way to do it, and I hope that's how they do it. I think if they do that, the community will be very happy with it. And yeah, I mean, we just have to be getting, like, oh man, I just really hope we get a Kingdom management rework, you know? Oh my god, it's gonna be so disappointing if it's just like a flop, you know? If it's just a flop, oh man, it's just gonna be so sad. My face is gonna deteriorate very quickly. Yo, how's it going, French? How you doing today, my man? Imagine the heartbreak, yeah. Ouch. Yeah, no, I don't think they'll ever, because a lot of people play on console as well, you know. I think we don't have numbers for the console, we don't have like a Steam chart, but I imagine it gets some good players, you know, a good player base. So I can't imagine they'd give up on the sales. Oh, come on. How did that not hit? I am 1 hit as well, so it's probably not the best plan of action. Oh, come on. That was a nice shot by him. For DLC releases, please enjoy the official guidebook. Oh, man. I was locked in there. I was locked in. Okay. Has the future game show started yet? No, it's just still on this screen again. We're just waiting. Again, ish. I have no idea when the announcement actually is gonna be. I just think it's gonna roughly be again. I think it's roughly gonna be in about an hour and a half. Hey, how's it going, TaleWorlds and Piconi? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Good to see you guys in the chat. We're all hyped. We're all very excited. Do not disappoint. Yeah, rookie numbers. How many hours do I have in Bannerlord? Let's have a look. Oh my god, I haven't even got 2,000. I thought I had 2,000 in. You know? I thought I had 2,000. They're rookie numbers. How many hours do you guys have in chat? Go on. Someone call me a novice. Who's got more than 2,000 hours? Anyone? $178. Oh, rookie numbers. 1.6, 1.4. Which honestly is pretty crazy considering I do this for a job. You know, this is my job to play this game. And you guys are almost beating me, which is very impressive. $3.2. Nice, David. That's a solid number right there. That is a solid number. They're gonna announce it, or they're gonna announce it during the stream, the future game show, which is obviously starts in like 30 minutes, and again the Bannerlord announcement will be a bit more delayed. Oh, my bad. Yeah, so the future game starts in I think it's 23 minutes. I actually don't have much time in Warband at all, really. Yeah, a measly 300 hours in Warband. That's rookie numbers right there. And it's basically all just mods. It's basically all just mods. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, you know, because I think they've got a lot to prove with this DLC or whatever it is. Again, it could not be a DLC. I have no idea. Again, just to preface, that's why I assume it is going to be a DLC. Again, it could be standalone. I think everything points to it being a DLC, which I'm hoping. But yeah, I think they have a lot to prove. I think they have a lot to prove because they were so silent for a year and 9 months. It's been a year and 9 months since we've had an update, and since they've said, you know, obviously they've said on the forums and stuff that 1.3 is coming, but I think they need to, yeah. I think this, whatever it is, needs to be good. Where can you watch the announcement? We'll be watching it on the channel live, so you can stick around here. But if you don't want to watch me, listen to me yap, if you just go on YouTube and search in Future Game Show, it'll pop up. But yeah, as I said, we'll be watching it when it starts. Again, it'll be this right here, and it hasn't started yet. So I'd appreciate it if you wanted to stick around and obviously hang out with us fellow gamers in chat. And you'll get my live reaction. You'll get everyone's live reaction. I mean, I don't think it's that crazy for a paid DLC, you know? Like, I think Bannerlord is fine. I think Bannerlord is fine as a game. You know, obviously it could be better in so many ways. But, like, I'm not exactly, like, annoyed that... Like, it's playable. I think you get your money's worth out of the game, especially with how often it goes on sale. Now, I'm saying that and knowing that there's so much I would love to be changed about it and added. You know, I am one of the most critical people of the game. If you get into any of my live streams, you'll know that. But yeah, as I said, and I think a DLC alongside a big free patch is the way to go. That's the way I'm hoping they're going. And I'm totally, again, as long as the DLC isn't like £60 or something, you know, then we'll have to have a discussion, you know. But, you know, if it's £30, £40 and, like, it's got decent content in it, you know? Then I'm fine with that. We'll see. And it's a way for the game to keep on being developed as well. Again, not making the point that you have to buy a DLC, otherwise the support for Bannerlord stops. That's not how it should be. Total War said that in an interview once, and it did not go down well. But the main thing is that the DLCs are good, and that's the reason why people buy it. And then that helps fund more DLCs, and we end up getting that beautiful map, you know? We'll show the map in a second. Oh, come on, how did that axe not hit? Taking my combat away, good sir. Yeah, like, I'm absolutely fine with a paid... Hit him as well. I'm absolutely fine with a paid DLC, you know, as long as it's good, as long as it's worth the money, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So it's a countdown now, okay. Cool. I'm excited. Actually, what I might do... give me a second whilst we're waiting, because it's still a little bit more time. Again, sorry, I thought we were going to be having... like, capture a sound. Yes. We were supposed to be having a big event, Bannerlord event, but it did not work out that way. Due to the servers crapping out. How do I crop in this? There we go. Let's put that on the screen whilst we're messing around. God, I'm such a streamer. Look at that. GMT, yes. GMT, my friend. Oh, I'm excited. Excited for the content. Come on, give me a fair duel. That guy is low. I've hit him so many times. Oh, come on. How did I not kill him? That guy on the left is so low. I've hit him so many times. Boom. There we go. Absolute pro gamer. Yeah, imagine if it is. I don't know how I'd feel about a new Mount and Blade game. I'm excited, but I think it's more likely to be a standalone, honestly. There we go. I think it's more likely to be a standalone than like Mount and Blade 3, you know? I think, it'd be more likely to be like a Brett Walder style DLC than a new game. But again, I have no idea, so it could be anything. But remember, guys, if it's a DLC, you guys all have to become members of the channel, so. It's 8 PM GMT. Well, yeah, that's when the event starts, but I don't think Bannerlord is going to be the first thing that they're talking about. Yeah, I don't think Bannerlord is going to be the first thing that's going to be on the cards. There'll be a lot of yapping as well, I imagine. A lot of yapping. Yo, how's it going, Marmalade? Welcome, 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 welcome. It feels good. It feels exciting. And yeah, it feels exciting to finally have some new content to talk about. And as I said, hopefully this is just going to be the beginning, you know? Hopefully, if this is a DLC, it's a good DLC. We get just more and more. Overheads only, boys. Overheads only. Is friendly fire even on, actually? I'm trying to get myself over with that. This guy is good at spacing. It's 2 down. Nice, good kill. God. People playing cavalry in this mode is so lame. Was my favorite mod? Probably the Old Realms. I think the Warhammer mod is incredible. They put so much work into that. And it's like the most complete mod out there as well, like the most features. And I think once they're working on the orcs and the dwarves next as well. So once that Warhammer mod gets orcs and dwarves, oh my god, it'll be incredible. Of course, there's also other amazing mods as well. Stuff like, you know, stuff like the Age of Men that's currently in production. They're making insane progress so quickly. That's the Lord of the Rings one. I mean, this is so many. Like all of it. Like I love all the mods. You know, as you guys will see. Yeah, Eagle Rising, Realms Forgotten is incredible. There's so many. There's too many, and yeah, I've played them all on the channel. I'm hoping it's something new, as I said. So yeah, my dream would be a new continent, which is where the Nords are. Maybe a handful of different cultures up there. You know, like the Nords and the Veccan and stuff. You know, that stuff would be really, really cool. Let's find the map. So the leaked TaleWorlds campaign map Bannerlord. So yeah, we've talked about this a million times, but this map right here, drag it across. This map right here, can you guys see this or not? Okay, boom. Oh, I've messed up the thing. Sorry. There you go. And then go to game capture. Of that. Yeah, so this map right here. Let me zoom in, or do I need to open the tab? No, can I not save it? Whatever, give me a second. Yeah, so this map right here, again, ignore all the writing. The writing was not leaked. The writing is a fan-made thing that was put over the map. But the actual map itself, was in the files. Originally. Yo, Josh, how's it going? It hasn't popped up for me yet. There we go. Josh, thank you so much for the 65 months, man. I think you are honestly our longest standing member. Probably do need to go check that at some point, but I really appreciate that, man. You're the GOAT. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude, for 65 months. Is insane. Insane. But yeah, so this map was in the files. Again, not the text on top, just the map. And someone's like kind of put the cultures on it. But yeah, so this was originally in the early access. Again, they could have completely scrapped this. It literally means nothing. It was like 5 years ago. But, however, the Nords come from this little continent up here. And they sail down to help sail the Empire's boats. So how cool would it be is if we got this continent from the north, you know? So this is Calradia here. Oh, sorry, there. That's Calradia. Right there. And, like, what happens if they added in, like, Veccan and then all this as well, you know? Because there's no like, if they add in naval battles or naval movement, there's no reason to have that, you know? Like, if it's the same land mass, there's no reason to have naval travel, really. Because you're traveling from, like, here to here, and that's it. And that could be cool. But I doubt it, you know? Like, I doubt it. There needs to be a reason to sail here, you know? There needs to be a reason to use them boats to go here. If, again, boats could just not be in the game and I'm just talking crap and I look like an absolute fool. But yeah, this would be incredible, right? Then, like, imagine if we get like this. And then maybe in a year's time we get this, you know? And it just builds and builds and builds, much like a Mortal Empires. Again, that's best case scenario, I think. I think something as well that's maybe more realistic. You know, maybe another path is what they do is they add in the Nords, but they basically replace with a Veccanar. So the Nord, so it's basically this bit of terrain up here, and then like land going down, and they add in a few of these cultures, you know, on the outskirts. So yeah, I think it's probably towards them, or it's a standalone game, you know, or it's a standalone. But if it's gonna be on Calradia, I think this would be the dream. Add in the Nords, naval invasions, like a late game event where the Nords unite and then they invade Calradia. Like, how cool would that be? Through boats, and then that's a reason to have naval combat, you know, in these rivers here. Of course, we also said as well, like, there was something about them shadows which just don't look Calradian. They look Chinese. They look Asian. So yeah, maybe it's like a new world. Maybe you sail across the Calradian Sea and you go into this land, and who knows? Oh, Haz, I'm right there for you. I'm optimistic. I can't wait, but I'm ready to be disappointed. I hope I'm not. I think Lyset, I feel like for me, if naval battles are in, which they most likely are, it seems most realistically that they are, there needs to be a reason to go. I don't think this is like enough water, you know, to justify it. Like, if it is what it is. You know, maybe having like the Veccan up here adds a bit more water and stuff if that was something. I just feel like this isn't enough reason, because like if you're Britannia, you're never getting on a boat, are you, you know? Maybe if you're Sturgia, you're going to sail around and like raid Biazarai and then sail back. Like maybe it's faster. Like if you're the Empire, you sail across. If you're the Northern Empire, I guess you could raid and the Sturgeons could raid. I don't know, I just feel like it's not enough. Yeah, the Darshi, which are supposed to be like down here somewhere, right? Are like a Persian style faction, which would be cool, you know? So if they did add in like the Veccan, the Nords, and the Darshi, that'd be a cool mix, because the Nords are obviously Vikings. The Veccan are kind of like a Celtic. They're kind of like a mix between like Celts and Vikings. And then the Darshi are like Persian inspired mix between like the Kuzites and the Azarai, but more of a Persian flair. So it's not official, TH, but they've literally got a slot at the Future Game Show. So I think I think it's literally impossible. Like, what are we going to be like? Oh, hi guys, we've just got this patch 1.3 coming out at the future game show alongside like the biggest announcements of the year. You know, like imagine Elden Ring. It's like, oh yeah, we're making Elden Ring 2 next to Bannerlord. Oh yeah, we're just releasing a patch, guys. Just releasing a patch. Darshire below Valandia. No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know they're on this map there here, but I'm pretty sure they're like positioned out here in the actual lore or whatever. Hey, Seon, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my guy. We're all on the edge of our seats, man. It could be like a Total War Attila style DLC. Endgame, someone is born and spreads chaos. I would love that, but I don't want that just to be the thing, you know? I think we need more than that. Like, I would love a late game Nord invasion. You hit like day 200, 300, and then the Nords invade and cause chaos and mayhem. But I want that to be a part of it. I don't want it to be the whole thing. No, they haven't confirmed anything. It's just basically all their hints have really pointed towards that, so we'll have to see. You know, all of their hints have hinted towards, like, ships, basically. Yo, how's it going, O'Connor? Yeah, like, everything's pointed towards ships. We will see. Yeah, no, so the map isn't a... So the map was in the files on launch. All the text over it is made up. All the text over it is just someone drawing it to you know, to add in the flavor and stuff.
Away with you,
But the actual map itself, not the text, was in the game files. So that's TaleWorlds. Again, this was like 5 years ago, so all of this could have scrapped, but obviously this does show that, you know, they did have the idea of it being like this at some point. Will it be on console? I have no idea. I would assume so. I think it's very likely that it will be. So let's minimize that, and let's just, I guess we'll just chill with it, you know? Let's go. What's the lore on the Swadia? Swadia are the main, the Warband faction, if that's the one you mean, or maybe I'm misremembering how you spell that. Yeah, the Swadia are what the Valandians basically turn into. Because, yeah, again, if you don't know, Bannerlord is set 210 years before Warband. So stuff like the Nords, in the lore, they come and they invade Calradia. And yeah, that's awesome, again, with them shadows being very Asian-esque. I'm like, are we getting like elephants? Because the elephant thing was leaked, right? They said, oh, it's just our developer, you know, messing around with what's possible in the game. But that doesn't really fit, right? Like with the Nord idea. What happens in 9? So yeah, that's when roughly the Bannerlord section will be. Yeah, I mean, I think diplomacy has to be top of the list, right? At least some form of an improvement to diplomacy. You know, what shadows? From the teaser. Let me find it again. God, I'm so zoomed in on X. Out and bleed. No, sorry, not this one. So this was yesterday's. I don't know. It's just something about these shadows in the distance here that have really, like, these shadows here and here that have really got me confused, because this is like in-game, right? This is in-game to some extent. So like these have to be something, and I don't like, these are very Asian mountains. Again, probably they're just trees or something, you know? So, I don't know. That just looks like Northern Empire lands. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's not, though. Because like, what are these? Like, this doesn't look like anything we've seen in a map before. Like, they don't have mountains like this. Don't think it will all be a DLC or an update. So I hope it's like a DLC alongside a free update. Is what I hope. Yeah, no, the soldiers look like Empire soldiers, but the distance, I don't know. There's just something about it that looks so Asian to me. It reminds me of like Three Kingdoms. It reminds me of Pokemon, probably. Hell yeah. I mean, again, I'd say this is very unlikely, but it's just something that plays on my mind, you know. Yeah, as you guys are saying, it's probably just completely made up, you know, whatever. Okay, so as I said, the Bannerlord section of this won't be right away, so just keep that in mind. We'll mute that. Yeah, so the proper announcement won't be right away. Just FYI. It will be sometime into the show. I don't think we have a schedule. I think it's going to be roughly about an hour into the show. But yeah, we'll see. Anything else getting shown today? Yeah, so I assume we're going to be getting a trailer. My guess, again, I have no idea. But I assume we're going to be getting a trailer, right? Yeah, no. I assume they're cool with me saying this, but yeah, they said to me, again, I have no idea what the announcement actually is, but they said roughly they'll be about an hour into the show, but that could completely change. So we'll see. Oh, this is going to be exciting, boys. But we'll also get to see some other stuff before as well, so... You guys want to see how messed up my headset is as well? Look at this. It like comes out so much. Hey, look at Shadowheart. The goat. Oh, it's so annoying.
It's a pleasure to be here in this.
Yep, turned up. Sorry. I couldn't hear it because of my headset.
Ominous auditorium to get you all up to speed with the latest video game news, though as you can see, I won't be braving this journey alone, as I'm joined by a man who needs no...
Is it loud enough now? A bit more?
Thank you, Jennifer, but alas, I'm going to subject you all to one anyway. Yes, it is I, Nolan North, the voice of Nathan
How is it
Drake,
now?
Dr. Richtofen, and a bunch of other guys you've...
Louder! Louder!
While sitting on your couch.
All right, let me know now.
With me, it's because I recently took the substance, and now there's this British dude called Ben Starr who's running around
Still louder?
the jobs I used to get. He even hosted one of these shows, I think. Need to do something about that guy.
Murder.
But that's a problem for another time, because over the next 90 minutes,
That's
we
as
are
loud as I
laser
can
focused
make
on
it. Is it loud
introducing
enough?
you to a new
Or a little bit
generation
less now?
of great games.
You can gameplay
sorry.
trailers and a series of presentations
Oh my
from
God,
some
it's
of our
stuck.
industry's brightest developers. And there's also going to be
Good.
some world
Cool.
premieres which will be revealed as we work through today's show. No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
Never. Speaking of which, we've got one to kick us off, and I'm not one to keep the good people waiting.
That's a bit too
This is the
loud.
next project from
No.
People Can Fly, the team behind Gears of War and Bulletstorm.
Okay.
Let's get into
I'm
it,
turning
shall
down a
we?
little bit.
Yes.
It should be fine now. I think this stuff is going to be a bit loud though. Yeah, that's Shadowheart's voice actor, the goat. This is the Bannerlord announcement, by the way. Jackie, sure. I mean, I'm going to be reacting to stuff. So again, if you don't want to hear me yap, feel free just to go and watch the event. Like, have me muted along the side and then turn me on when Bannerlord happens. But Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be yapping. You're here with me. You're locked in here with me to react, okay? Is it like a King Kong game? But he said this was made by the people who made Gears of War, right? Looks
Okay, now
so
we're
different.
cooking. That was your first look at Lost
Pirates
Rift,
was
which
right,
is coming
yeah.
to Steam Early Access later this year.
Oh, it's Arc
But you
2.
can wish
Oh,
list it
interesting.
right now and join the Lost Rift Discord for more information. Now, Jen, I feel like you'll have something to say about this next trailer.
Yes, this one is quite special to me. We've got a new trailer for Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and it's all about the character I'm playing in the game, which is now on this giant screen behind me.
Wow.
I cannot wait for you all to hear how her story unfolds, but for now, here's an introduction to your new favourite character in video games
Lost Rift
ever.
seems like an average day in the Balkans. True that, true that, true that.
Lumia's not my home. Not the way it is for you.
Having second thoughts about the expedition?
Please. I'm more ready to go than you are.
I'm sorry, that's just Shadowheart. No
The
reveal
rest of
yet,
us
no
only
man.
have a year left, but you've got 9 good years before your gommage. You don't need to leave yet.
1 year out there is better than
You
9
don't like
years
the
at home.
voice? That's amazing. She's Shadowheart from Baldur's
Dance
Gate.
begins.
Don't you dare.
Unguard. Strike.
It's like Final Fantasy. Do you guys know that I've actually never played a Final Fantasy game? I haven't played a single one. Ever. I just never did it as a kid.
Finesse and grace. How can you keep going like
Maybe one
nothing
day I'll
happened?
get into it. The remakes are pretty good. You need to go play Final Fantasy X right now. Can you just get into Final Fantasy? Like, I feel like it's so...
Love to see it. That was a
So
closer look at Jen's
intimidating,
character,
right? There's so
Mael,
many of them.
in Claire Obscure.
But is there like one where you can
Expedition
just get in and play?
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox
You can
on
just
April
jump
the
in
24th.
and play?
So not long to go now. I do hope you get a chance to check it out, and if you don't, I will crawl through this screen and fight you.
Okay, hard pivot away from the Belle Epoque now, as we've got the next game from the horror maestros
Skip
behind
to the
award-winning
future to the Bannerlord
Stasis
part?
series.
Yeah, I wish I
Here's
could.
a closer look at Animal Use Protocol.
With trepidation, this place wrong, this place not right.
I hope we get like a talk as well or something. I don't know. Hopefully TaleWorlds drop like something besides it.
With urgency, move, now under, hide.
Okay.
Like I hope it's... I mean, obviously a trailer is cool, but I hope we get like a forum post or something talking about whatever they announce. A game set in Brussels. That would be crazy. Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX are ones best love Final Fantasy, but who not your thing. Yeah, I wonder what one if I ever do play one, what one I should play. Because it is such an iconic game, right?
This is right way. With indignation,
Look,
half-fighting.
my man just had a rat on his gun. Oh, he's a rat. Sorry, I wasn't looking.
Run, run, run.
Have I ever played in VR? Bannerlord? No.
Run.
The Bannerlord War game. Okay. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. And you guys better be... We're going to start a poll. Is the
Animal Use Protocol is coming
announcement
soon to
going
PC,
to
so
be
stick it on your
good?
wish lists if you want to see more of this Tamagotchi rat companion.
Now, as we learned earlier this year,
Okay,
Capcom's cult
there's a
classic
poll.
samurai
Is the
series,
announcement going to be
Onimusha,
good?
is
Yes or
making
no?
a major comeback.
And whoever's
thankfully,
wrong
for those of us who
has
want
to then
catch
become a
up,
member of the
there's
channel.
A remaster
Again,
of
I don't make the
Onimusha
rules.
2 Samurai's Destiny.
We've
on
still got
Naval.
fucking
Here's an inside
Bannerlord
look from the
Nice,
game's
hit level 8,
developers
boys.
with a focus
Hell
on
yeah.
Hell Mode, a brand new one-hit kill difficulty setting for the masochists among us.
Give me money to become. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to gift 5 members of the channel in a second. I'll probably let it get a little bit closer though.
The name says it's all, really. Hell is an extremely hard difficulty mode. All it takes is one hit from any enemy, and you'll die instantly. It's not for the faint of heart. I haven't
I
been
am
able
very
to complete it
surprised.
myself
You
yet.
guys are voting that it's going to be a good. The
But
announcement
some
is going to
members
be
of the
good.
staff have been able to pull it off. So I hope everyone tries it out to see if they can
I'm
get
surprised. I guess it's just the vocal minority who would always complain. Because a lot of my videos about the announcements are just people being so negative, which is fine. Obviously,
So it has a
people
special place in
are
my
allowed
heart,
to be annoyed. I
and
feel
this
like they have a
remaster
right to be
brings a
annoyed as
lot of
well.
tweaks. Apart from the fact that the
But yeah, I'm
graphics are now
surprised.
in
People
high
are hyped.
definition,
It's good.
we've also
Let's
included
hope they don't
quality of life
disappoint.
improvements to make it more fun to play. So if you're new to the series, this is a great time to start. Especially since the first game
And I
isn't
appreciate
available
everybody
to-
who's hanging out today as well, guys. Hope
I'd
is a
love
hell of a
everyone to
drug.
experience
Oh,
the
you're too
world
right,
of
Boyle.
Onimusha and
Yeah, I
explore
appreciate
every
everybody hanging
nook
out
and
today,
cranny.
guys.
So I look forward to
If
your
you
support.
are enjoying this, you're excited, or just want to hang out, I'd appreciate if you could drop a like on the stream. We're like 40 away from 200 likes, so let's see if we can hit that before the
Capcom's
Bannerlord
remaster
announcement.
of Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny is coming to consoles on May 23rd later this year.
Don't miss it. Our next game is Nitrogen Omega, a turn-based tactical RPG, ooh, my favorite, where you control a mech full of mercenaries. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, Has. Like, I feel like they've made a lot of effort with this announcement, but it has to be something decent, you know? And I feel like it has to be something decent because it's been a year and 9 months since the last update. Nope, hasn't happened yet. Turn myself up and this down a little bit. Okay. I mean, I'm just generally quite quiet, so should be a little bit quieter now.
A love letter to shonen anime, Nitrogen
Yeah, William.
Omega is coming soon
They're,
to PC. And now we've got another interesting game.
My headset's
It's the
back.
remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
What, they're remaking Baldur's Gate 3 already?
Right, my headset's not
Afraid
working.
not.
Final Fantasy VII?
They did that already.
Divinity Original Sin 2?
There we
Now
go.
you're just naming
Yeah,
games,
there
right?
was talk about a
Actually, this
sci-fi
is a
game. They
metafictional puzzle
listed
game
some
where you
jobs
unravel
talking
the
about a sci-fi
circumstances
game,
surrounding a lost JRPG
and then they
from
quite
the
quickly
1990s.
removed the
I
sci-fi
have
part of it
literally
and just
no
called it
idea
a
what
new
you
game
just said, but I am intrigued.
on their website. I don't think that this will be it, but we'll see. Maybe here we go. Bannerlord in space. Skyrim is the greatest RPG. Yeah, I would probably say so.
And we're two members of CoinDrop Games, making the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
Remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time is a faithful recreation of the last hour of
This is just an
everyone's
early
favorite
April
RPG.
Fool's.
You know, that one we all know.
Well, this is a
You'll
future
start
game
this
show.
remake at 99% complete in the middle of the last dungeon.
The future
with
game show.
An inventory.
Yeah, this is just an
full of
early,
healing potions that
early
just save
early
for the next boss.
April Fool's.
You somehow aren't
Red Dead
remembering the greatest
Redemption over
RPG of all time.
Skyrim.
That's okay.
Ooh,
This
that
remake
is,
includes
Red
the
Dead
original
Redemption's
game's
definitely
manual,
up there for sure. I'll give you that.
director's commentary,
And the game's director had to translate this part of the game entirely by hand using a Japanese to English dictionary.
and even
People
clips
play
of an
these games?
unreleased
Yeah, I
document.
mean, I assume they
I
do,
never loved
otherwise
anything that much.
people
And
wouldn't
the
make
only
them,
way
right?
we're gonna get that again is by staying exactly faithful to what that original game was.
if you didn't know what the greatest RPG
Yeah,
of
I
all
mean,
time
it could
was,
be a
I
new
suppose it
IP.
would turn this into a
I feel like it's
puzzle
not
game. You'd
though,
have to use these bonus
because
features,
of that second
deductive
teaser we
reasoning, and a little
got
bit of creative
is
thinking. Figure out how to complete the last hour of
that
this
second
epic
teaser is Mountain Blade, right? You saw them Empire Soldiers. Let me change the title as well.
Be for real. Who hasn't heard of
Big Banner. Yeah, I mean, yeah, again, maybe it's the same engine or whatever. As I said, I think it could be a standalone. There is a chance that it's going to be a standalone title. But I just think it should be a DLC.
We're still hard at work on this recreation of this all-time classic, but we hope you'll relive a little bit of the magic when we launch the demo for the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time on April 25th, 2025.
Everybody do break the mod. Yeah, I mean, people still complain about updates to the game breaking the mod. Brother, they haven't updated the game in a year and 9 months.
Yes, that is the
you know,
title. Lands on
people
PC
are like, oh my
later
god,
this year with a demo launching.
my mods are gonna break. Brother, you've had a year and 9 months to play your
We've
mods.
got another world premiere.
Give us something new.
This one's an isometric survival game based on a comic by Kyle Starks.
I hate this place.
Well, you can leave whenever you like.
Okay, see ya. No, it's actually. Never mind. Just roll the trailer.
If it's a standalone, people will riot. Do you think? I don't know. I think the community would be happy if, like, what if it was Mountain Blade Brett Walder 2? You know?
Those monsters only exist in your head, they said. Great material for your art.
Would you be happy if it was like, oh yeah, we're revisiting Mountain Blade Brett Walder 2?
Feels like I've walked straight into one of my nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of random games on this, right? It's every developer, indie, small, etc., showing off their games here, so. There's going to be a lot of games that, you know, probably aren't for our audience of gamers, you know, the true niche Bannerlord gamers. How long's the show? I don't know how long it lasts for. As I said.
I Hate This Place is coming later this year, but in the meantime,
TaleWorlds that small? Is TaleWorlds that small? No.
Now for an
TaleWorlds
update
have about
on the puzzle
130
platformer
employees, I think, if you
tangle with
Google
the
it. So
strings of
again,
fate.
that's probably off by
Here's the
10%
release date
here or
trailer
there.
for Once Upon a Puppet.
But yeah, roughly 130 employees, I think, for the last time I searched on Google. So again, that's not correct, but it's probably roughly around there. Yeah, TaleWorlds get a lot of government funding as well, right, for interns and stuff. They employ a lot of people out of university. You're standing by the uninstall button if the DLC is I'm gone. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, again, vote with your wallets, right? I think that's the ultimate way of showing if you're happy or not happy or something. Stop playing the game, don't buy the DLC, right?
Cute and creepy. That was Once Upon a Puppet, which is coming to PC and consoles on April 23rd.
Let's keep things moving with a trailer for a sequel 5 years in the making. Here's the latest.
Is it a DLC for sure? No, not for sure. We don't know. Again, I mean, there's not been any DLCs here shown off yet, so maybe it is a full game.
Ding Dong Academy presents the Ding Dong Influencer Accelerator Program.
These have all just been fully fledged games.
Speed it up, Shelly, to the extreme! The universally renowned Shamalama has a once-in-a-lifetime offer to accelerate your rise to
There's
the
no
galaxy's
way it's
next
going to be a
top
DLC.
influencer. With our
What do you think,
diaper
Bat?
Your lane game gets insane clicks and subs, and you can go up train.
Why do you think there's no way it's going to be a DLC?
Extreme routine and 4 power-packed
Two new shields. Did you guys see this? Someone made a pretty funny.
Death is no longer permanent, but remains incredibly painful and hilarious.
You're
dead. Selfie Scout. Snag more subs, snapping stunning selfies in our.
You guys see this? This is the official announcement. Patch 2.0 for Horn Sound, Reaver's Gather, changelog for 2.0. Players were noticing positive income from their workshops and towns. That bug has been fixed. We've added 2 small shields for Sturgia. They've added in a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Easter egg. We've heard your complaints about sieges. They'll now be constantly broken instead of working some of the time. The boot up video can now no longer be skipped. People are too good.
Or mutations. STV Cribs.
It looks like a bad motel. You ain't no shabby. Now you a dig dog. Feed it up, Shelly, to the extreme.
Well, that was interesting.
The Brett Warder team is not working on a mod at all for Bannerlord. Seems odd, no? I don't think so. I think people just move on as well, right? Like, again, keep in mind that they made Brett Warder 10, 15 years ago, or however long it is, right? You know, I'm sure many of them have kids, full-time jobs now. You know, a lot of people making mods are in their spare time, and obviously as you grow up, you get less spare time.
The gods are dead, but...
Oh, this just reminded me. Guys, has anyone read the Red Rising series? I'm currently on book 4, Iron Gold. Anyone in chat read it? Absolutely unreal. Peak fiction right there. Yeah, I can turn it down a little bit. There you go. Turn it down a little bit. Whilst we're waiting. Yeah. Oh, God, it's so good. You're only up to the 3rd? Oh, man. Morningstar. Morningstar was so good. I think, again, no spoilers at all. I don't want to spoil it. No spoilers in chat either. But yeah, I think Golden Sun is probably one of my favorite books I've ever read. It's so good, man. The second one. Is it definitely 9 p.m? No, not definitely. Around 9 p.m, I would say. What's it about? Without spoiling, it's like a sci-fi... It's like a in the future space about colonizing the galaxy, and like a system where it's like a class system where people are put into colors, and like the golds are at the top and they control everything. The reds are like miners. But it's amazing, honestly. If you're into like Romans, if you love like Romans and massive space battles, rebellions, read it. You won't be. Just get the first book of Amazon, Red Rising. And I would say the first book is like the worst book as well, out of the series so far. What's the name of the book? Red Rising. It's amazing, honestly. The second book in the series is incredible. Yeah, I'm currently reading book number 4, which is hard because it completely changes the writing style. It's like a second trilogy. Who are the purple people? Yeah, like, so like all the colors as well all have like their own roles. So like the browns are like all about accountants, and the blues are like ship people who like manage ships and stuff. Yeah, Way of Kings is on my... I'm going to start the Sanders multiverse probably after I've finished Lightbringer, the last book. How many are there? So there's the original 3 trilogy, and then he's doing another... There's 4 after that, but they're completely separate. They're not separate. They're very different, though, to the original trilogy. Yeah, I don't know what purples do. Pinks are like pleasure people. They're born. And yeah, it's a very like corrupt society, you know. Basically, people are slaves to their colors. It's amazing. No, blues are the ones who do the shit. Oh no, they do yeah, sorry, I'm thinking because of a blue. What a blue did.
Okay, Deathground is coming to PC later this year, so make sure it's on your wish lists.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely recommend it.
With our next section, which is
definitely recommend Red Rising to anybody looking for a new book to get your teeth stuck into. You'll be an absolute, you'll fall in love with it. Oh, look at this. Yeah, so this is Kingmaker. This is kind of a Bannerlord's style game.
Kingmakers, the anachronistic siege simulator where you drive pickup trucks through cavalry fields in medieval England. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Okay. Anachronistic siege simulator. Anachronistic siege simulator.
Break the check. Yeah, the audiobook is really good as well. The audiobook of Red Rising is. I haven't done it, but I know people who have. The audiobook for Red Rising is amazing. Just break the trains, boys.
Hello, I'm Ian Fitch from Redemption Road Games, makers of Road Redemption and the upcoming Kingmakers.
Is it loud enough now, or does it need to be louder?
Kingmakers, you travel back to the year 1401 to help the real-life Welsh rebel Owain Glendower conquer England. In reality, his Welsh rebellion was defeated and mysteriously disappeared. So, in 1401 England, you'll use modern weapons to help the outnumbered Welsh defeat English armies made up of thousands of soldiers. And everything in Kingmakers is real. The thousands of soldiers are all simulated. Furthermore, all buildings are fully navigable and fully destructible.
It has like building mechanics as well, I'm pretty sure.
Thousands of soldiers
Henry's
can
come
navigate
to see
complex
us.
multi-story castles with the same level of pathfinding fidelity you'd expect from a modern first-person shooter.
It kind of looks like it's been built off of Ultimate, the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator.
Would you be able to defeat a medieval army with an AK-47? Then we realized that if we're going to do this, we got to do it right. Medieval battles involve thousands of soldiers, so we're going to simulate thousands of soldiers. And this isn't like Dynasty Warriors, where soldiers kind of spawn into existence as you approach them. In Kingmakers, they're always there, running their AI.
Yeah, definitely Ultimate Epic. He's got a fucking taser.
We realized
yeah,
that
building.
A game with this scope, the player would want to be able to command his armies and fortify
and you're
his own
commanding
outposts,
soldiers
so
as
kind
well.
of grew for there.
Kind of cool.
It's now something completely unique.
Fucking
a shooter
RPG.
with real-time strategy elements that rival Age of Empires, and shooting gameplay that rivals Helldivers and Space Marine. Today we're excited to share a little bit more about the destruction aspect of the game.
Yeah, it looks like mayhem.
Every building, castle, wall, and tree in Kingmakers is fully destructible. You can blow it up with a grenade launcher, take it out with an airstrike, or maybe even demolish it with a tank.
Look at that, you got fucking Abrams! Imagine being a 14th century English longbowman or something. I guess they're mainly Welsh.
It's one of the reasons we didn't switch to Unreal 5. We experimented with Unreal 5.1 and Unreal 5.3, but nothing has been as fast on the CPU
Imagine
side
being
as
an English knight
when it comes to
and you see a fucking M1 Abrams.
Finally, we're excited to share that you and up to 3 friends can lead their own armies alongside yours and join in on your conquest of England in online co-op. This is the full campaign, full online
Kingmaker
co-op.
got multiplayer co-op before
armies
Bannerlord.
of thousands, building their own fortifications and buildings, and attacking enemy bases.
Yo, Fish, thanks so much for the 40 months, man.
We really wanted to make sure that all 4 players feel just as responsive to play as if they were all playing a single-player game or as if they were each playing as the host player, even if your ping is not great. Kingmakers is coming to PC Early Access and hopefully to all major consoles. We'll have more to share about the game later in 2025. In the meantime, please wishlist Kingmakers on Steam. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, please, please, please have modding support. Like, imagine holding Helm's Deep with AKs against Urukai.
Thank you so much to the team at Redemption Road for that closer look at Kingmakers, a game which isn't even out yet, but already has a live-action movie in the works.
I'm already on the phone with my agent. Play the pickup truck, of course. Anyway, I think
Modern Warfare Mountain
Blade.
Blade.
So grab your friends, your VR headsets, and your mobile phones for some reason. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon.
Time's a ticking, boys. I think we're getting closer and closer.
At Elsewhere Electric, we believe in power. The power to shape the future. Our state-of-the-art facility is the heart. Partner, that is.
I'll open up the van.
The announcement must be soon.
Get your stuff.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Let's get in there. I see some symbols, a jellyfish, some squiggly pipes.
If you guys are enjoying the stream as well, please do drop a like. It really helps out. Means a lot. Goes a long way. I appreciate it.
Ready.
Elsewhere Electric relies on teamwork. precision.
And go on, what we'll do is we'll gift
problem-solving,
5 more members as well. So thank you to everyone being here. There you go. There's 5 more members gifted
which will
for the
become
boys.
immediately clear once you enter
It's
our
almost
facility.
harvesting season.
The true nature of our work cannot be revealed to
Have
the
I tried
public.
VR? No.
Your
Well,
work
yeah,
may
I
be
tried it for like an hour or so.
We're in.
But I don't own a VR console at all.
Your work may be confusing.
I can see you. I can see you.
Your work will be dangerous.
Yeah, the announcement should roughly be in about 30 minutes
Something
time.
in here.
But it's a risk Elsewhere Electric is willing to take.
In the event of an incident-induced employee vacancy, a replacement installer will continue your work.
These sacrifices make Elsewhere Electric's important work possible. Because in our facility,
Yeah, should be
power
about
doesn't
30
just
minutes
keep the
time.
lights
30,
on,
30.
it keeps them from getting out.
Roughly. Again, could be delayed, could be moved around, could be in 5 hours time. But I think they said that
That was
basically
your first
going to
look at
be
Elsewhere Electric,
around
a
then.
cooperative puzzle game where players work together to explore.
I mean,
abandoned
hopefully,
systems
Russell,
identified
hopefully we
at
get
a
diplomacy and stuff.
illegal. It's coming to PC, VR, iOS, and Android later this year.
All right, this next one's for all you impudent insects out there. If you haven't heard, the
I thought I was going to say impotent incels. I was like, yep, that's us, boys. Incels here, ready for Mountain
So
Blade.
happen to have the release date ready for you.
Yeah, there isn't a timetable, right?
Your time is running.
I don't think so. Again, we can check on their Twitter quickly on the future game.
Our future. Your weapons fail.
But I don't think they have a timetable or anything.
And you've yet to
Yeah,
see
no timetable.
beautiful creation.
I don't believe. Do they have a website?
With your hatred and your individuality. Now, don't you wish you joined us?
Yeah, I don't think they have a schedule at all. Yeah, no. Sorry, what is this image? Sorry, what is this image? Why is bloody Jeb Bush here? This is the DLC boys right here. This is incredible. Oh, that's amazing. Well, I don't know. It was just on my search. We were looking up the old like DLC thing, the map thing, and it just popped up. Amazing. Yeah, well, I imagine Donkey, whatever they announced today won't be released today. So I don't think you have to worry about your mods immediately breaking, and then just make sure that you stick your version back. So
You heard it here first, folks. The
go down to
System Shock 2
Bannerlord,
25th
right-click,
anniversary
properties,
Remaster launches on June 26th.
betas, and just stick it on the latest beta, and then you won't
may have heard
update
about
automatically.
The recently launched preservation program from our friends at GOG. It's a commitment from one of the industry's foremost digital storefronts to maintain and preserve classic video games for future generations.
I mean, that's the dream, right? Is diplomacy. I think that's something that's the top. That's the most requested feature, right? It has to be diplomacy.
Like Alpha Protocol and SWAT 4, both of which I was in, by the way. So, thanks, guys.
For the Spring Showcase, we've partnered with GOG to reveal some more titles that are coming to the program. Who knows? Maybe one of your nostalgic favorites will pop up.
Yeah, well, the impression I get from when
Probably.
I think they go through a date was a year and 9 months ago. It was July or June. I think it was like June 30th, 2023. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, as the kids say, spaghetti code. I think because Bannerlord has been in development for so long, I think the word spaghetti code applies. Again, I have no idea if that's true. That's just like the impression I get as a nobody, so I could be completely wrong.
Do us a favor and head over to GOG.com to peruse the expanded Preservation Program library. We've also collaborated on an FGS theme.
Yeah, I mean, they've either been cooking or we've been cooked. Either or.
FGS. Okay, at this point, you're probably thinking, Nolan North, why are you on the balcony? Where's Jennifer? Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm not so sure myself, but we're about to throw it out to a series of back-to-back trailers while I look for her. And
we getting Bannerlord? Is Bannerlord yet? Question mark? I don't know. Again, I think Bannerlord could be at any point from this point on. Okay.
We all know why the walls around
there we go.
Exist.
Yeah, I think Bannerlord could be at any point now.
This world fell to the forces of darkness. Its light is replaced by shadows and the terrors that lurk within them. With our faith in the Divine One and the power
I love a skill tree like that.
Can we
I love it. I love an expanding
world.
Skill tree. Or a tech tree. I love tech trees in games that are like that.
Inquisitor.
What's it gonna be, boys?
A word.
Sorry, I still
private.
Still can't get over it. Oh, it was made 6 hours ago. We're saving that immediately, boys. Oh, I am so stealing that.
And congratulations for being exactly where you want to be here at Dutch's Razzle Dazzle Dream Hotel. We got everything you need.
Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. That's a thumbnail. That I don't know. That is a thumbnail right there, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to make it a bit more serious, you know.
Party on the promenade, every day is a parade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of these games are going to be for us gamers, us Bannerlord gamers, right? It's just going to be, yeah, random stuff. I don't think this game is ordered for us, you know? It's not developed for us.
At Dutch's Razzle Dazzle Dream Hotel.
I feel like that's a different target audience than us Bannerlord gamers.
Dr. Svetlov, let's take this lunatic down for messing with the sovereignty. Let's make it quick. We're on the clock here.
Yo, how's it going, Swan? Welcome, my man. Hope you're doing well. Mordor is looking beautiful, by the way.
Getting this fixed up.
They're coming.
I've never seen anything like this before. Svetlov's planning something big. If we're lucky, he'll show
Yeah, this is like kind of like an XCOM game built in with some stealth. Is always cool.
Svetlov's called hideout. Any idea how many people he's got?
Oh, you finally finished up the bug fixing. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take a look at the new Patreon update next week, probably. So good to hear that that's being fixed. Yo, Spartan, how's it going, dude? Welcome, 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 Spartan. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you're doing well. Nice. Now this is what I'm talking about. You're on HD. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. I was
It's almost harvesting season.
Yo, Josh, coming in with the 10 gifted members, man. Thank you so much. It goes such a long way, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Josh. That's amazing. It goes such a long way. I'm really grateful. Thank you. We got some hearts in chat for Josh, dropping the 10. Massive W. There's so many games. Like, there's so many games released. I really need to just, like, play more games, you know?
Oh, thank God I made it.
Uncle Nolan, where have you been?
It's okay. I'm sorry. That just took so.
There's girl, guys.
So
There's girl. We found her.
Way up there. It's not a camera trick. If they ask you to go up there, do not do it. Okay. What's next?
While Uncle Nolan recovers, let's take a look at Neighbors Suburban Warfare, which is kind of like Rainbow Six Siege, except with pigeon poop bombing runs. Yes, you did hear that correctly. And backyard.
I mean, all of them, Jarrus. Tales of the Age of Men, Shikoho, Kingdom of Ardor, I mean, Jerusalem 2. We've got so many exciting mods still left to come out. Rainbow Six Siege, yeah. Getting a new update, man. Yeah, I mean, Napoleonic Wars would be dope as well. I'd love a Napoleonic Wars. That'd be really, really cool. I don't think it is, though. Again, I think the fact that it's for Bannerlord's people in the second teaser, and there was, like, medieval weapons and medieval shields, I think it basically means it's not going to. Like, if it had a musket or something, then yeah. Yo, Panther, how you doing, dude? Glad we got another mod in the chat alongside Black Wolf. I think he was a bit stressed out. We got a lot of people here today, so. And by the way, guys, as well, if you haven't already, do hit that like button. It helps out the channel massively. And subscribe. Again, I'll be covering all the patch notes or whatever it releases today. I'll be covering it. Whenever there's news, I'll be posting it to my community page and making videos on it. Obviously, wherever it is coming releases, I'll be covering it 100%, so.
Reaffirm your property boundaries in Neighbors Suburban Warfare, which is launching in early access on April 17th.
We've got a developer presentation for Hawthorne up next. This
okay, I think now we're moving on to developer, like, what do they say? Performances? Presentations. God, my mind is fried. Yeah. Now that there's like a development presentation, I think this is what we're going to be getting with Bannerlord. Hopefully.
In fairy tale creatures. Play solo or co-op as you recruit villagers and build a village of memorable NPCs. Defend against the elements and against forest tricksters.
I think this is probably something similar we're going to be getting with Bannerlord. I would imagine.
Farm, craft, and explore an ever-changing world bigger than the small creature you play.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine.
This world to life has been a
do I have auto tune on? No, is my voice okay?
To be doing it alongside our players.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything that is going to release today. Sorry, I don't think anything is going to release today. To
establish a new genre that blends.
It will be an announcement. Hopefully, we get a release date, and hopefully that release date isn't like 2027 or something.
It's a fantasy home you can keep returning.
Oh no, the show. Okay, yeah, no.
The different playable species have asymmetrical abilities and limitations. You, your friends, and your NPC followers must work together to complete jobs around the village. Differentiated species together.
Yeah, it's a red wall, but without the brutal combat.
Make each player's story in Hawthorne a unique and enjoyable experience.
We're a small team of experienced developers bringing Hawthorne to life as a true passion project. This game is currently self-funded to keep creativity.
There was a leaked update on Reddit. Yeah, we saw that, Sebastian. This is what you're talking about, right?
We have the chance to build something unique and memorable. Join us on this adventure. Follow and support our Kickstarter to help us bring the nostalgic joy that is Hawthorne to the world.
Imagine, I mean, that'd be unreal. Imagine all of this land getting added. Oh, that would be incredible. I don't think we're that lucky.
A Kickstarter campaign for Hawthorne is coming soon, so keep an eye on the developers' socials for more information.
All right, for the future games show historians out there, This next game appeared at the very end of last year's spring
Oh,
showcase.
God, I got excited.
You know, Jen, while we're on the topic of history,
I was like, historians, Bannerlord history, it's it. Oh.
Show, it was all remote. None of this real in-person stuff. I mean, you kids don't know how good you're getting it.
Back in your day. Yeah, when did Uncharted come out again?
They tell me 2007.
Oh, I don't know how long the event lasts for. Does anyone know how long it lasts for, the future game show?
Okay,
Just a couple
let's
hours,
just
or?
watch this new trailer for Industria 2.
God, imagine if there was just nothing. Imagine if there was just no trailer and the future game shows just ended without any Bannerlord stuff. And they'd just been like, yeah, it was just a prank. Can you imagine? You would riot. They're just like, yeah, no, we're done with Bannerlord. See you guys later. We're closing down. That's 100% out of man, imagine. Oh yeah, it's just a Rick roll.
Grab my hand.
No, boys, believe it's gonna be good.
Thanks.
Or I'm gonna wake up in a fever dream and if this was just all a dream.
Stranded as you. God damn it. But there is a sender at headquarters. I can show you the way if you help me arrive there.
Am I making this up? But didn't TaleWorlds publish like the original Mountain Blade?
Nora.
Or am I making that up?
What was Atlas made for in the first place? Before it became this.
It was a sorting
Captivity events too. Sorry, you have to be on absolute demon time to download capture events.
I guess it didn't stay
Because if
that
you're
way.
downloading captured events, you're definitely downloading the Bannerlord's expansion. Paradox did the original Mountain Blade. Yeah, I thought so.
Defy an insatiable artificial
Yeah, you're
intelligence
down
in
bad.
Industria 2, which is coming soon to PC.
Another world premiere now, and this one has a little historical kick.
Oh, come on!
Because why not?
Give it to us! Give it to us, raw and wriggling. Hey, we also just broke 1,000 viewers, guys. I appreciate that so much. That's incredible. It's literally one of the highest viewer counts we've ever had. I think the only time we've ever beaten it was back when Bannerlord first released into early access. We hit like 1,200, I think. So I appreciate everybody being here. It means a lot. Goes a long way. And yeah, I'm very grateful. So if it's the first time you guys seeing the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. We make Bannerlord content basically every single day covering mods. I definitely want to do some more mod install lists as well, like talking you guys through how to install certain mods step by step. That's definitely the plan. But yeah, covering mods, covering Bannerlord. We'll obviously cover the DLC whenever it releases. We'll be covering all the news leading up to it and stuff. So I'd appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. Obviously drop a like as well, it would mean a lot. Thank you so much, Killer, as well, for the 45 months, dude. You're getting closer and closer, right? 12, 24. Yeah, you're only 4 months away from that sexy maid icon that Josh has. Thank you so much, Killer. I really appreciate that. As I said, your memberships go such a long way. They really do. Yeah, there's been some cool games on. This so far.
Romestead is a survival game where you rebuild the empire after the fall of Rome. It's coming soon, but you can sign
no
up for the closed
announcement
alpha
yet,
at
Mark. I think it's very soon.
All right, ready up for our second ones to watch. This time, we're checking in with Compulsion Games' Deep South action
come
adventure,
on.
South of Midnight.
So yeah, I was told that it's probably going to be around 9 p.m. GMT, which is in like 12 minutes, so roughly around there. So it could be before, it could be after. Obviously, it'll get moved around.
It's a third-person action-adventure game set in a folkloric version of the Deep South.
So in South of Midnight, you play as Hazel. Her mother gets swept away in a trailer during a hurricane, and as Hazel is looking for help, she
Hope you're doing well,
encounters
Killer.
creatures who have
Good to have you
their own
here.
issues that she helps them solve.
You're gonna explode.
Up here. You find your mama yet?
Today we're excited to talk
Yeah,
a bit
maybe
more
it's the
about
third one in the
creatures,
book. I think it's
specifically
likely because they
narrator
posted an
Catfish.
image
You meet,
with all
pretty
the
early on
games
in
that
the
they're
game,
showing off.
and he's pretty.
Yeah, they posted an image with all the games that they're showing off, and it was like 3 question marks. I don't know if Kingmaker was on there. Maybe it was. But yeah, there was like 3 question marks to be announced, and Bannerlord wasn't there. So maybe it is going to be the last in that book.
And he's a great guy. He's 70 years old, plays fiddle. Really cool. He was really excited about the project. I think this is one of his first voice acting jobs, if I remember correctly.
Go on now, Scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
Whereas the announcement
So
going to be, it'll be on this stream. That's why we're watching it. We're not just watching it for fun. We want the Bannerlord.
He lives in this
It's
remote
almost harvesting season,
Cajun
boys.
community that has been abandoned for many years, and as you explore that region, you understand kind of why it's been abandoned, what happened to Benji, why he became that tree, and what his connection to Rhubarb, this sort of eccentric, off the grid.
Yeah, the announcement age 80 is, oh yeah, we're planning on patch 1.3 in 2.5 years. Just to give you guys a heads up.
You're welcome to try bottling up the pain, but the roots of this trouble go deep.
We have an awesome audio director, Chris, and he really wanted to make sure we had a special song for each of our main creatures you meet in the region, and that song tells a story, and you learn about the characters and the backstory through that song.
Benji his name, he saw things different, he was my shame, and I said goodbye, I said farewell.
Again, I feel like none of these games have. There's been a couple cool games. A lot of them have not been like a Bannerlord-esque.
Done in parcels, so you'll get
like
part
I don't
of
think
the story,
many
so
of
you'll
these
get a
games
few
that have been shown
lines,
today are
maybe
like
2, 3, 4 times throughout each zone, and they tell a little bit more of the story.
Games, you know.
And then when you unlock most of
There's
the
been some
context,
cool stuff as well. There's
you'll
been a
have
couple games. I've been like, oh yeah, I
either
could
boss
play
fight
that
or an
probably.
encounter with the creature. And during that final encounter, like with Benji, when you're climbing the tree, you'll hear the full song.
Yeah, like Kingmaker was cool. Kingmaker was cool.
South of Midnight launches on Xbox Series X and S, PC, and it's also going to be day
If
one.
you're feeling quite
on Game
hungry,
Pass
Green,
on
we'll get
April
some
8th.
butter,
And in
my
the
man.
meantime, feel free to
It's
shout us out on
harvesting
social
season.
media, tell your friends, pre-order, wish list, really get the word out there.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show.
South of Midnight is coming to PC and Xbox on the 8th of April.
Oh, is it happening, boys?
Game Pass
It has
from
to
day
be
one.
next,
Shout
surely.
out to Compulsion Games for giving us a window into that world. Better yet, you can see more from South of Midnight in our FGS Live from GDC post show, which directly follows
Do you think this is all
broadcast.
pre-recorded, or do you think it's live?
Okay, now we're venturing into the haunted landscapes
Ah.
of Pioneer Nest.
God damn it.
It's a stalker-like MMO, first-person
Yeah, do you think
shooter
this is
set in
live or just
dark,
pre-recorded?
alternate reality.
Probably pre-recorded, right? Because there's no like interaction, so it makes sense it's just pre-recorded. Okay, if it's not the next trailer, we all meet up, we all get a boat ourselves. So yeah, everybody in chat, we'll meet in like Portsmouth in England. We'll buy ourselves a boat with our collected money, and we'll sail to Turkey, and we'll get the information ourselves. We'll raid the TaleWorlds complex. How do you think we would fare? How do you think we would fare? You think we'd make it out of the channel? There has to be, out of everybody in chat, there has to be some sailors among us. Less talking, more raiding, indeed. We'll do it ourselves. You think it's going to be a new game, Owen? Maybe. Again, definitely could be. We haven't really had a DLC at all. That's what's making me think that maybe it's a new game. We haven't had, like, anyone talk about a new DLC or anything. You know? Like, there's not been a single DLC mentioned in this entire award show. So maybe it is just a new game, you know?
continue to monitor you and your progress. Your actions are...
Yeah, there you go. Most of Ryan's family has been in the Navy, so we're good. It's like congenital, right?
Changes is close to our worldview.
I don't know, yeah, but it does make me a bit nervous, actually, that it could just be a new game.
Our enemies are weird. The same goes for you, too.
Yeah, we'll just all gather around the little tutorial video. You're right, PH.
Incredible-looking Pioneer, which is coming to PC in 2025. What have we got next, Jennifer?
Well, we're taking a trip to 19th century Brazil to check out a cell-shaded roguelike.
Has to be next after this. Come on. Has to be next. Lure them to the UK. We'll get it done, boys. Oh, has to be next. I'm convinced it's just not going to happen, you know. I'm convinced it's just going to be... And that's the end of the show, and we just didn't get any Bannerlord. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous now after watching all these trailers. We haven't had like a single DLC. You think it's going to be a new game? Or maybe it's like a standalone. I don't know. It points at it being more of a standalone. Oh, I hope it's a big DLC though.
Set your alarms because Hellclock is coming soon to PC. There's also a demo available on Steam, so go check it out after the show.
Let's push things forward with a completely different game.
Oh.
One that asks you to be the MVP in PvP vehicular combat.
To be fair, I was told that it was roughly 9, so we haven't hit 9 yet,
Anyway,
so...
here's Rivals Hover League.
So I think chances are 5 minutes. If it's not here in 5 minutes, we riot. Okay? Yeah, I know TaleWorlds is last on the roster thing, but I don't... Is that an order? Like, someone want to check quickly to see if it's I don't think it's been in order. Seen the most recent Realm of Thrones development preview? No, I haven't.
Rivals Hover League is coming soon, but you can check out the alpha test on Steam. Time for something scary, I think. Nolan?
Yes, indeed. Let me introduce you all to Finding Frankie, a haunted parkour game show starring a cavalcade of creepy animatronics.
What did they
Here's
show?
the latest from the game's developers.
That King's Landing? Ooh, beautiful.
Let's catch you up to speed on what's been going on.
King's Landing custom map for the Game of Thrones Realm of Thrones map. Really bloody beautiful. Ooh. Very cool. Oh, the Battle of Blackwater Bay. Look at that. Unreal.
Other contestants have mysteriously died.
That's cool.
Not sure how that happened, but oh well. You're still there.
They'll definitely be cooking. There's field battles for it as well. Very cool.
Authorities have discovered 3 dead
Yeah, I mean the wall didn't really work out too well like for a battle, but I was doing with extra soldiers and stuff, so it was a bit messy. But yeah, the wall is unreal.
You're boosting the ratings. Our viewers are entertained. We aren't going bankrupt, and this isn't our last game show.
For wall, Jackie, what do you mean?
Watch your step when Finding Frankie comes to consoles on April 15th.
Moving swiftly away from that terrifying image, we've got a special update from TaleWorlds Entertainment about their beloved medieval warfare
There's ships! There's ships!
Bannerlord.
Turn it up! Vikings! Oh, this looks unreal! In-game footage as well. This looks like I'm watching Total War. Oh! Naval battles, boys! Yo, that looks unreal. Yes. Yes, they've been cooking. New lands. Yes. That's new lands. Where are we? Kazite ships. We've got Kazite ships. Everybody's getting custom ships. The boys. Oh my god, that looks unreal. This ship looks like Total War. Yeah, W. Italian ships. Azerite ships. Landian ships. Yeah, naval combat. Boys. No, they said an update. This isn't standalone. This is expand. This is DLC. Yo. New armors as well. New armors on the soldiers. Ramming. Like this all looks in engine as well. Though it says it's in engine. Obviously, in engine is still edited, but not in game. Yes. Oh yeah. War sales. June 17th, boys. There's a time to wait.
What a brilliant
Look
surprise.
at that fucking image!
Mount and Blade 2 is getting naval warfare, a new faction, and so much more with the War Sales expansion, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
And sticking with the seafaring theme, here's the latest on an Unreal Engine 5 sailing adventure inspired by Firewatch.
Boy, we're gonna go, like, we're done here. Let's go back and watch the trailer again. Oh, that was unreal. Yeah, okay. We'll go back, we'll watch the trailer, we'll expect it. So, by the sounds of it, only one new faction. I want to see if they've uploaded the trailer separately. What do you guys think? Was that worth it? That was good, right? That was epic. We're going to go back, we're going to watch the trailer. Don't you worry, I just want to quickly check if they've uploaded it separately. Yeah, they have. Perfect, cool. See you later. It was awesome watching your Future Game Show, but we're done with you now. We're done with you. All right, let's just watch the... Oh my god, this looks like Total War, right? Oh my god, that was epic. That was so cool. Oh my god, yeah, they cooked. They cooked. I'm a bit sad it's only one new faction, but that's fine. I think it looks like, yeah, I'm happy with it. Worse than you expected. I mean, the trailer was it has a Steam page as well. All right, cool. We will we'll watch this again. We'll then take a look at the Steam trailer, and then we'll analyze this a little bit. No horse armors. I think that's awesome. Like, the naval battles didn't look awful. The naval battles look good. Like, that looks amazing. And again, we don't know what else is in this, right? This will be the crux of it, but I'm sure we'll be getting additional stuff, you know? Like, this isn't going to be it, right? This is just the flashy trailer. Like, stuff like diplomacy and other stuff, hopefully will be in, like, a free patch, you know? Yeah, sorry, it is really loud. I turned it up because we were just hyped. Like, so yeah, sorry, first things first. Wait, we'll just watch it. We'll watch the full trailer and then we'll analyze it again, sorry. Yeah, I'll take a look at the Steam page in a second. Let's just watch it one more. It'll be on, they said console and, yeah, they said console and... Console and PC. So I imagine this is the new Nord faction. Yeah, so where is this? Like, where is that land? Because that's Valandia, right? Yeah, that's Valandia, Britannia. So is it just that island? That's a little bit disappointing, I'm not going to lie, if it's just that island. Hopefully it's also up this as well. I can't see any settlements up there. Yeah, so that's like Britannia. Because like ships look cool. Yeah, that looks amazing. That looks really good. That's the background is where your mouse is? Yeah, yeah.
It's almost harvesting season.
It is almost harvesting season. Yo, Turd. Thank you so much for the 5, dude. I really appreciate that. Also lucky with the YouTube algorithm, chance of finding the live stream 5 minutes or 5 seconds before the announcement. Amazing. Thank you so much for the 5, dude. I really appreciate that. That is perfect timing. Thank you so much for the 5. So yeah, again, ramming. It seems like the ship combat is very fluid as well, right? Like the ship's moving, they're shooting at each other. Read the post? What one? Yeah, we'll read the more details. We're just watching this now. So yeah, it's on PS5, Xbox, Steam. Okay. And then Steam, and there's a post as well. Okay. As well as the plans for the base game. Nice. Yeah, fire arrows as well. You're right. Yeah, that's a good notice. Fire arrows as well. Yeah, fire arrows. Okay, what do we do first? Do we take a look at this, or do we take a look at this first? Or ooh, yeah, it looks like some cool. Oh, there's a sling as well. Post first or Steam page first? $18 ship types confirmed. Okay, let's do the post first. So announcing the War Sales expansion. Yeah, post first. Okay. Announcing the War Sales expansion and base game plans. Good, nice. Greetings, Warriors of Calradia. It has definitely been a while. I ain't gonna lie. We are thrilled to announce a major expansion. Finally, for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. War Sales will arrive on PC and console on the 17th of June 2025. So how far away is that? That's not long, right? Yeah, there's literally what, 4 months away. Nice, amazing, hell yeah. You can wishlist it now if you want to, etc. So sail the sea, high seas, lead mighty fleets. Again, lead mighty fleets. So we're actually going to be able to like have proper naval battles. That's pretty exciting. The epic single-player expansion for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord brings naval warfare to Bannerlord for the first time. War Sales lets players command powerful ships engaging thrilling sea battles and master maritime conquest. Hell yeah, that's cool. Embark on daring naval adventures with new mechanics, territories, and challenges. Customize your fleet, conquer. That's cool. Customize your fleet. As someone said, there's 18 ships. Conquer settlements and carve your legend in the high seas. Meet the Nords. So this is our brand new faction, brand new naval Viking naval inspired faction. Chart your course to the Northern Kingdoms, home of the fearless Nords, legendary seafarers and masters of close quarter combat. Explore a land of jagged peaks, vast, I don't know how to pronounce that word, and freezing fjords, where scattered settlements rise like ships from the sea. A bold adventurer may trade their goods, recruit their warriors, join their ranks, or challenge their ruler. Will you join the North or seize their riches? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me interesting to see how big their land is. Again, it's only one kingdom, right? Or what? No, it's one new faction. So there might be multiple cultures on that island fighting for control. That would be cool. I think that's the better way to do it, but we'll see. So again, no one knows who the Nords are. I mean, you probably do because you played Warband. I assume most people have. But yeah, the Nords are one of the main factions in Mount & Blade Warband, which happens in 210 years' time from when Bannerlord is set. And basically, the Nords were employed by the Empire when the Calradian Empire was a thing. And they were basically employed by them to sail their ships in the wars. And as soon as the Empire broke apart, which is what happened in Bannerlord, the king, I don't know what the king was called, but the king basically invades Calradia, tries to conquer it, fails, gets killed, and then, but they're still like installed in the Nord, so this is their rightful claim to Calradia. No, there's no way they only have one city. That'd be crazy. It says right here that they have vast lands, you know, jagged peaks, etc. And that looks awesome as well, like the map wise. Master Naval Combat. So war, you guys see this as well. So let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can actually see it. So yeah, Master Naval Combat. War Sales introduce a unique and immersive naval warfare system that has been inspired by accounts of actual medieval siege battles, featuring realistic wind and water physics. That sounds pretty cool. Like you actually have to manage the wind. I take that. That's cool. Ship-to-ship combat lets you board enemies from multiple points, ram them, or attack from afar. Captains can seize opportunities by boarding already engaged ships prepared for an incoming attack by creating a floating fortress, or take a risk to tie down several enemies at once, giving their allies an edge elsewhere. So yeah, it sounds like you can probably do what they do in like the Viking times. They used to tie their ships together to keep like morale high and stuff. That's kind of cool. They may ram an enemy ship to sink it, or at least throw men off board, shatter oars, or... Oh, that's kind of cool as well. Like, if you ram, do you slow them up by just shattering the oars? It's kind of interesting they put that. Well-placed arrows and ballista fire can also tear through sails and cripple them. Sounds like it's not just F1, F3, right? Sounds like it's a bit more than just an F1, F3. Okay, New World. Here we go. New World indeed. Sorry, just checking one thing. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, Calradia has been reimagined with the northern region, a settled island, coastal waters, and open seas. The dynamic weather system was also refined to include storms and trade winds. So yeah, it does seem like it's just going to be this island, which I'm not going to lie, bit disappointed about. I was hoping for maybe more, but maybe this island is bigger. Would it be free to play? No, but they have said that there's going to be a big update coming to the game. Again, I don't think they say... Yeah, this doesn't have a price yet. You know, I think 25, 30 pounds for this, I'd be happy to pay. Anyway, we'll take a look at the Steam page in a second as well. Yeah, they said it's going to be on Epic Games, Quinton. They have said that. So yeah, exploring. Calradia has been reimagined, so we read that already, right? Yeah, trade winds. The naval system of the North faction integrated into the Bannerlord world reshapes trade, warfare, and diplomacy. And diplomacy, it reshapes trade, warfare, and diplomacy. Does that mean we're going to have diplomacy in the game? Because we have trade, we have warfare. Does that mean we're actually going to have diplomacy? I don't know. Like, boys... So ships produced, ship production and new trade goods are added. That's cool. Being able to make your own ship. Imagine if it's like smithing, but with a ship. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. Coastal towns may grow rich from this if they can fend off pirates and naval invasions. Sieges have also been adapted to naval warfare. Oh god, boys. Who's ready for buggy sieges again? I don't know. We'll see. Armies will now bring along their fleets and set up a blockade if they want to stop supplies and reinforcements arriving overseas. Sounds cool, but we'll see. It says an entire northern region. Yeah, so yeah, maybe it is all this. Maybe it is all the northern parts there. Like, maybe it is, like, that land there as well. It's not just... Maybe it's, like, an outpost and all of that is... Because that is in the image, right? And that's not Sturgia? Yeah, that's Sturgia. So yeah, maybe it's all this back there as well. Cool. Yeah. So, build your own fleet. Players can choose from 18 ship types modeled after historical vessels, each with unique handling shaped by realistic wind and wave physics. They can be customized with siege engines... Cool. I don't know if that's just ballistas. If you can get like a catapult on it, that would be cool. Cargo hold, sails, rams, and more. Shipyards build and stock vessels based on their town's culture and development. Players can also capture ships and figureheads in battle. Expanding your arsenal. The character system has been extended with the Nord hairstyles, beards, and tattoos. Free nautical skills were added. Okay, I like that. Navigation, tactics, and stewardship. Sorry, that enhanced navigation, tactics, and stewardship. There are also many new items, including spears, swords, and axes. Boys, don't worry. We got the extra weapons we needed. We got the extra 2 shields for the Kuzites. Don't worry, we got it. So yeah, troop trees now include marine troops, so we're getting new troops for everybody. That's pretty cool. Players can also recruit new companions with maritime backgrounds as well, so you can basically recruit someone to be a good, like, fleet commander. The next, learning the ropes. A new quest line introduced for players to the Sea of Calradia through cinematic scripted missions and classic Mount and Blade combat. Learn how to command your ship, then take it into battle against pirates, Confederacy, leading a growing fleet of a newfound ally as you face a range of nautical challenges. Cool. I mean, it sounds cool. It sounds like it's not just an F1, F3 type of combat. It sounds like there's a bit more to naval combat than just F1, F3, which is cool. We also have a big thing about base game plans as well. Yeah, there's a bunch of things about base game stuff here. So, again, there's lots to get through. We'll do it. Ain't gonna lie, you're very, very disappointed. I wouldn't say I'm very disappointed. I would say I'm reasonably happy. I wouldn't say I was disappointed. Again, I would have loved like a bigger continent expansion, maybe another faction, but so far, I would say I'm happy with this. Again, it depends on the price. It depends on how expensive it's going to be, right? It depends if it's like a $20 to $40 DLC, or if it's like a $60 DLC, you know? Yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys happy with this, or are you guys a bit disappointed? So yeah, there's going to be a paid DLC, and then they have base game stuff as well. Let's get to the base game stuff as well, see what's just coming along in the next update. Yeah, I'm personally pretty happy with it, to be honest. But anyway, so enhanced sounds as well. The sounds of the sea come to life with a new Mediterranean and Nordic-inspired music tracks, spanning rich soundscapes. Cool, sounds all good. There's also an FAQ page as well. Cool, yeah, there is a lot to get through, isn't there? Again, I'm going to put all of this into a video tomorrow as well, so make sure you tune in for that. If you guys haven't already. So yeah, what new content? Just this. So yeah, this is just the DLC, right? So the Nords, naval combat, expanded map. Carrier expands for the northern seas, islands, rivers, open waters, sail past barriers, resupply, and battle foes on the sea. Resupply, interesting. There's nothing else here. Naval system in Nord integrating into Bannerlord, reshaping trade. Yeah, warfare and diplomacy. Yeah, this is basically all of it. So yeah, when will it be released? 17th. On what platforms? PS5, Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X. Last gen consoles will not be supported. Oh, that sucks. Pour one out for all my boys on like older consoles. That does suck. No collector's edition. There'll be no pre-order bonus. Great. Really good. Don't want a pre-order bonus ever. Where would discount be on if I already... Exact price details will be clarified close to release. Keep an eye on the official announcements for potential promotions. So it sounds like there might be a promotion for the game if you already own Bannerlord, maybe. Will the expansion be set in a historical context like Viking Conquest? No. Well, it takes inspiration. It's in the fictional world of Calradia. Good. Will I need the base game Bannerlord to play the expansion? Yes, it is a DLC. It's not a standalone. Will the existing Bannerlord save work? No. Yeah, there's no way it's going to work. Will there be naval custom battles? No. That sucks, but modders, I'm sure, will do that. That would have been cool, though, if we had naval custom battles, but it is what it is. No. Yeah, this is simply limited to single player. Makes sense, but again, I'm sure modders will be able to port it over to multiplayer pretty easily, I would imagine. Not that modders should have to. It would be cool if it was in multiplayer, but I get why it's not. Is what it is. Will there be any difference between PC and console? The essential content and features will be the same across the platform. However, battle sizes on console will be different. So yeah, bigger battles on PC to be expected. Normal languages, expansion, specific achievements. No. Oh, that sucks. I don't like that. Why would you not add achievements? People love achievements. Will modders be able to create mods for the expansion? Yes, modders will be able to create mods for the expansion on PC. We're currently not planning on supporting console mods. Even if we were to explore it in the future, there are requirements that make it quite difficult to achieve the same level of modding. So they're not ruling out. They're not ruling out mods for consoles. They're just saying if we plan on doing it in the future, there's a lot of obstacles to jump over. But yeah, PC is where it's going to be. No, unfortunately, it's not going to be. If the DLC is not going to be on PS4 or old gen, they just say PSC and current gen consoles. Again, that sucks. There's probably some technical reason why, unfortunately. But yeah, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and X. That sucks. Yeah, that does suck. Sorry, just make sure there's nothing for me to see. Yeah, cool. So that's that. Let's check out quickly what the base game plans are. Because yeah, so this is going to be what's planned for just the base game. So again, console people will be getting this as well. I imagine the old consoles will also be getting this as well. So let's go. We are, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can read it alongside me. So base game plans. We are also wanting to give you a general update on Bannerlord, what we've been doing and what is yet to come. After the full release in October 2022, we published a number of updates that not only addressed important issues across the various platforms, but also introduced additional features such as weather and weather effects, fog of war, sally out ambushes, formation targeting, war horses, alleys, and many more. Much like during our early access period, we're continuing to expand and refine the game with your feedback and support. We're truly grateful to have such a dedicated community who have been with us every step of the way. As mentioned in our post-release plans, we were open to exploring DLC as one of the ways of introducing additional content, and while that remains true, we realize that our communication has not met the level you've grown to expect. Yeah, 100%. Like, being silent for a year and a half is just not acceptable, right? I mean, it's acceptable. They can do what they want. I'm not entitled as someone, but if you expect people to keep on playing your game, you have to give, and you have to take, you know? So yeah, again, they can do what they want. I'm not entitled to think that they have to, but if they want people to carry on playing their game, yeah, they have to step up their community, the community out, their communication and everything else. The naval battle system being introduced with the newly announced War Sail expansion proved to be a technical and gameplay challenge. We have also been working on another project that was planned as a more story-driven DLC. That'd be interesting. While this was an interesting new approach, it ultimately didn't meet the quality we aimed for. Rather than talk about and release something we weren't happy with, we made a tough decision to cancel its launch. Okay. I mean, that has to be a big reason why then, right? That has to be a big reason why it's taken so long for War Sails to come out. They were planning on a story-driven DLC, and it just flopped. I wonder if the story-driven DLC was supposed to come in. Oh, okay, sorry. I'll carry on reading because it seems like they talk about it as well. So these hurdles have caused many delays in our communication, and we sincerely appreciate your patience during this time. The good news is, though, that instead of shelving this work, we are repurposing the new gameplay mechanics from the cancelled project as content for the game. Hell yeah, that's good. So yeah, it sounds like they were trying something, and I imagine this DLC, the story-driven DLC, was probably supposed to come out end of last year or something, and this DLC was coming out mid this year, you know, and it just didn't work, and they ate up a lot of their time. Okay, cool. Oh, a new stealth system. Okay. So again, this is all coming to the game. This doesn't sound like it's a DLC at all. This will all be free by the sounds of it. Cork says he's bannered up right now. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. So let's see. So this is this involves the introduction of a robust stealth system that will allow you to infiltrate dungeons and hideouts. So we're getting dungeons? Well, fucking dungeons and hideouts. So not just hideouts, but dungeons. We don't know what dungeons are. That sounds cool. Rescuing prisoners and dispatching enemies without even raising the alarm. Very cool. Progression levels of cautiousness to succeed. You will need... Sorry, I missed a bit. The enemy AI will now detect sound and motion, becoming alerted by your actions through progressive levels of continuousness. To succeed, you'll need to not only be careful considering your position and movement, but also your environment, using the elevation, darkness of the night, and natural cover to achieve your goals covertly. While these may be enough in some cases, you'll find other stealth tactics like distractions and concealing corpses just as useful. Honing your effectiveness while further being possible through gear and roguery skill. We'll be sharing more of this stealth in the future. Very cool. Again, more ways to play Bannerlord than just fighting a battle and pressing F1, F3. I'm always open to it. And yeah, maybe like a dagger is going to be good for stealth, you know? Imagine this with like Forbury as well. Imagine Forbury integrating this in. So yeah, stealth bonus is stealth kill, I imagine. Yeah, stealth kills. We're also working on several features that we're planning to bring to the base game alongside the War Sales expansion. For one, we want to improve the trait system. Yeah, the trait system is absolutely trashed. I think I've never paid attention to it once in my 2,000 hours of playing. So players will be able to better develop their character. To this end, we're working on a feature that will prompt you with random events. Cool, nice. During your journeys. Ideally, this will not just offer a new avenue for the character's development, but also add further life to the world of Calradia. Yeah, this has to have consequence, though. So this is cool. Again, we have that mod as well, random events. That is very cool. This is cool. But you need... where is it? You need the traits to actually mean something. This is all cool. Having events that give you traits and stuff. But as of right now, and then they don't talk about it either, as of right now, the traits don't mean anything. You could have, oh, you're cruel, but it doesn't do anything, right? No one reacts to you being cruel. Like, the AI kind of does a few more, they're more likely to raid your villages if they dislike you. You need the trait system to be important, be impactful. It should block you. Like, if you're an evil character, you shouldn't be able to do certain things that a good character should be able to do. You know, like this is cool. Developing a character is cool, but you need consequences to being a good character, and you need consequences to being an evil character, and it needs to be in your face and it needs to be obvious. Not just like, oh, evil characters are less likely to raid your villages, because you don't notice that. That's not something that comes up in a game and you're like, oh god, I'm so gonna make sure that my characters are a good character so that my villages don't get raided as much in war. Like, no, that's not how the game works. You needed this trait system to be revamped so that the traits actually impact gameplay. Okay, towns and castle projects. Thank you, Lord. I mean, again, I'm saying this without reading it, but the towns and castle project system is probably one of the worst systems I've ever seen. Again, it should be one of the most enjoyable things to build up a castle, and you never do. But again, I should read this because they might not be doing anything. So yeah, the towns and castle projects will also be undergoing changes. These adjustments will improve the balance between projects and impactfulness effects, and those will limited or situational effects and add new types. They should allow for better control over the management of your Firth. Another point of interest is passing with time and cycle events in them. While we think that Bannerlord manages to achieve a happy medium between the progression and not rushing the player, we also have additional choices in regards to would make for a rather fun alternate to the vanilla experience. We're also making it easy to communicate. What does that mean? The passage of time and the cycle of life in game. So what? You're basically like speeding up. They're basically giving you the ability to like age faster and pass time faster. So basically, like a month, like a season in Bannerlord when it goes to water, like winter to spring, for example, is like longer. So people grow up quicker and people die quicker. Yeah, I like that. Like, again, you have a child and nothing matters. Yeah, that's cool, right? You want to be able to have a child. You also want to see them actually be important in the game. For a faster death. But yeah, a faster death means also faster aging, so your children grow up. Again, this doesn't fill me with complete joy, I ain't gonna lie. Towns and castle projects will also undergo changes. Their adjustment will improve the balance and the impacts. Again, like... yeah, again, one of the reasons why I don't mess around with the buildings, because the impacts aren't important. So, again, if you make the effects important, that's cool. However, I think the system needs a big overhaul just in general. Like, imagine how cool it would be if you had if you wanted to build like a barracks, for example, but you got a quest and you had to go and gather the supplies yourself. Your army had to go out and gather 50 hardwood and a bunch of iron, and then you would bring them resources, and then they'd slowly build it. Maybe that was stage 1 of the building, and then you had to go out and get some more resources and some labor, and then that was maybe stage 2 of the building. Like, that would be cool. This doesn't sound particularly great. Obviously, the extra, more impactful effects is good, because again, right now you just don't even touch it, so give me a reason to come and actually build certain buildings and focus on certain things. That's cool. But it doesn't sound like it's getting enough. But again, we'll see. Yeah, so we're also making it easy to communicate with nearby enemies by introducing the parlay feature, allowing you to enter into a conversation without getting your head cut off. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty important, right? So you can basically send someone to go and start a conversation from a distance, like a messenger. Cool enough. Like, it's okay. Because sometimes you do need to talk to people and you're at war with them, so you don't want to die. Like, this will be quite good, actually. This will be really good, actually, if you want to convince clan leaders to join you. Yeah, if you want to convince a clan leader to join you, but you don't want to engage their army and kill them, this is quite useful. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like the messenger system, right, from the diplomacy mod. The community requested character import and export feature in the works, allowing you to adjust various aspects like equipment, perks, skills, attributes, names, cultures by editing the character file in the game saves folder and importing it via a console window cheat. That's pretty cool for people who want to like customize a cool character. You know, like if you want to just cheat and not have to go into like game files and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Alongside these, we are continuing to improve the combat experience, which includes additional new weapons, types things like slings, spear bracing is being refined with better targeting. Good. Smoother animations and spears using their spears by default, making them more effective against cavalry charges. New sling, various of AI improvements being added, such as accuracy using of melee weapons, improving pathfinding, reducing zigzag movements of the mounted AI, improving range combat, rate of fire, friendly troops. Beyond that, we're addressing various siege AI issues. Yeah, good. You're going to need to, I think, with the new ship siege AI. Preventing archers with a target order from getting too close to the enemy and more. We're also likewise working on a number of adjustments to support our modders better. Great. Good. Give them everything. This includes allowing attacks whilst crouching. We're likewise working on a number of adjustments to support our modders better. This includes allowing attacks whilst crouching, looking at you mods with guns. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough, that makes sense. Sorry, for a second I was like, why does that help modders? But yeah. Further opening up the AI agent attacks and weapon selection decision-making process, making the interpolated mission atmosphere moderable. I have no idea what that means. Providing audio modding support for Fmod banks and events, as well as opening up campaign time to customization. To make modders even more accessible, we're creating an XML editor. Amazing. I know people absolutely despise the XML editor currently. Removing the need to manually edit it. Yeah, that sounds huge. I think, again, are there any modders in chat? Is Swan still in chat at all? I'm not sure if Swan's still here, or if there's any other modders. But yeah, I know that like the XML editor, not having one and having to do it manually was like the reason why people quit modding Bannerlord. So yeah, that sounds like it's gonna. I mean, again, as long as the tool is good, as long as the tool is decent, I imagine that's gonna make their life easier. Again, they could release this editor and it'd be trash and just crash, you know. Yeah, it could just happen. But yeah, this I think is gonna be big for modders. Yeah, files to add, remove or modify items, horses, heroes, factions, settlements, and more. Those that will prefer to continue doing it but manually will also see the process simplifies, whereas using again, this makes no sense to me. I think they didn't. I don't think they did that. So yeah, I think the impression I get from this Spirit. So Spirit says, I don't think they communicated this because imagine the outrage if they said, right, everyone, no updates for 2 years. We're also making a £30 DLC. Yeah, I mean, again, we don't know if it's £30. I think £30 would be reasonable for this when they announce the pricing. I think £30, £35, I'd probably be happy to pay. £40, I'd be like, it's probably a bit too much, but we'll see. But yeah, I think the main thing was up here, where they cancelled. Yeah, they were planning on releasing a story-driven DLC that got cancelled, and I imagine that's probably the reason why there wasn't anything. 20 is good. Yeah, I mean, I think anywhere between, I think 25 would be meh. Yeah, I mean, with modern gaming, like considering full release titles now cost £70 and like $90, I think just overall prices are going to be a bit more expensive. Yeah, I think £30 I'd be cool with. I think if it's 40, it's too much. 40 is too much. But yeah, so sorry, let's finish this up quickly as well. So yeah, removing the XML, as I said, the XML editor sounds great. Will modifies items, heroes, factions, settlements, and more. Those that will prefer to continue doing it the manual way can also do that. Okay, cool, maybe simplifies it. And that brings us to the end of today's announcement. On behalf of everybody at TaleWorlds, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for your incredible support and dedication over the years. We can't wait to share even more in the coming weeks. Until then, stay tuned and take care. We'll see you soon. Hell yeah. So that's all the free stuff coming. Of course, we also had all the main DLC stuff as well. And then it's just this, right? Do we have anything more here, right? No, this is all the same stuff, right? All the same stuff that we've already seen. Hell to the yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty... Some of these images as well. Yeah, I mean, that image looks dope. Name a single current game that only costs £20. I mean, there's some Total War DLCs out there which cost 20. Paradox DLCs as well, they don't cost too much. Like, how much was the... As we're on Steam. How much was the... Like, new Hearts of Iron DLC? Hearts of Iron. You know, Hearts of Iron charge about that. Again, some of these DLCs suck, but some of these DLCs are great. Like... You know, like there's a lot of these DLCs are like 6.15, 16. One of the newest ones were 21, and then how expensive was the Persian one? Don't know where that is. But yeah, that DLC just came out, right? Yeah, I would say the Stellaris DLCs are definitely smaller, though. Stellaris DLCs are generally a lot smaller. I mean, again, same with a lot of Paradox games as well. You know, a lot of their DLCs aren't as like, you know, it's a lot of just like new menus and stuff. Cool though, man. So yeah, what do you guys think? Sorry, there was a lot of yapping. What do you guys think of the DLC? And I'll play it in the background. Yeah. So what are your opinions on the DLC? Yeah, in-engine footage. Okay, so it's not in-game, but it's not in-game footage. There's something to that's something to keep in mind. It's in-game footage. It's not in-engine. Oh, sorry, it's in-engine. It's not in-game. so they use it, but they have like various. So the same thing like Total War do with a lot of their trailers. And again, as I say, it does look like Total War. Yeah, give me a score out of 10, with 5 being like average. I don't want none of these like, oh yeah, it was good. It was a 7 out of 10. It was okay. You know, it was average. It was 7 out of 10. No, 5. Like I hate people when they do it in a out of 10. 5 is like a completely like neutral. It was okay. I'm neutral. A 7 is like, yeah, that was really good. A 9 was like, that was like the best thing ever. A 10 is like impossible. Yeah, a 7 is like, yeah, that was above my expectations. I'm impressed. A 3 is like, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I was expecting more. I like it. I believe adding a quest line is good because there isn't much story. Yeah, there's no story at all. Lots of 7s, 5s, some 4s, and 8. Few 3s. Few people just being disappointed, which I think is completely fair. 6.5. 6, 8s. We've got some 8s in there. Nice. A lot of 8s. My expectations were pretty low, so you end up being quite surprised. That's the way to go about it, my friend. Panther coming in with a -10. Black Wolf with 100 out of 10. Gonna have a naval, yeah, naval tutorial. It sounds like there's a naval quest line. Can I play on Xbox One? No, I don't think so. They said no pre-gen consoles, unfortunately. Maybe it is Xbox One, though. They said PS5, right? Or is PS5? I don't know what the new consoles are, though. Yeah, so it's PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, GOG. Yeah, new skills. Again, we've talked about most of this stuff already. Put it at 7 because the modders with their own naval systems. Yeah, like, yeah, this naval system in mods I'm very excited for. Especially like the Napoleonic style mods, like the Victorian style mods, etc. I'm interested to know like if Shikuho, the Japan mod had like any. Is their system completely different to this? Were they, you know, like, do they know about this at all? Because they have their own custom system. They haven't shown it off, so I'm wondering, is the reason they haven't shown it off because they knew kind of had an inkling this was coming? Interesting. But yeah, imagine mods with this, you know? Like, imagine actually having, like, imagine the Greyjoys now. Imagine the Greyjoys in Realm of Thrones. Like, actually having a navy and being able to raid and pillage. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't switch to this, right? Yeah, the current system is just like a rail set, which is good, it's fine. But yeah, imagine them switching to this and actually having, like, proper combat. Yeah, sails on, and there sounds like it is not just, again, I think the big thing is as well, like, it doesn't sound like it's just an F1, F3 when it comes to naval battles. There sounds like there's a bit more to it, you know? It sounds like there's a bit more to it. Like, imagine, like, the Eagle Rising, for example, or, like, Lemmy's Europe map mod. That stuff sounds awesome with this, you know? Sounds really cool. So yeah, again, let's take a look at this as well. The Nord, so this looks like a Nord piece of armor right here. So I imagine these are the Nords. Again, some like assets from Bannerlord. We've seen a bunch of this stuff before. But yeah, this armor looks cool. They mentioned something about diplomacy in the Steam charts. Is it just, I imagine it's right here, right? Is it just like it's not on sale. They should make this into a sale, right? What is it? War sales. War sales? Sales, if I can spell. Did they talk about diplomacy? I don't know. I wouldn't hold our breath. The parlay system is cool. Where does it talk about diplomacy? I mean, they say about the diplomacy, like trade, warfare, and diplomacy. Yeah, here. They talk about the naval system, the North faction integrates that, reshaping trade, warfare, and diplomacy. I don't know. I feel like I feel like we're not getting any diplomacy. I don't know. I feel like if they were adding in a diplomacy system, that would be one of the first things they want to talk about. You know? That would be something that they would like talk about right away, but who knows? Maybe they're saving it, right? You know, maybe there's maybe they're saving it for like another reveal. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hold your breath for diplomacy, unfortunately. There's no like I feel like that would be like the first thing you'd talk about. But yeah, I'm really excited for all the mod tools now. But yeah, this armor looks cool. I'm a fan of it. New capes as well look cool. I'm also interested to see what the unit types are like as well. I like the ramming. Naval battles seem good. Again, javelins. Fire arrows as well. Yeah, fire arrows. You got ballistas up here as well. Yeah, I mean, I understand you can say that, like, diplomacy wouldn't be the most exciting thing to show off, but also it's the most requested feature. Yeah, so by the looks of it, this is going to be in Nord Town. Yeah, ships, Nord Town. Cool little bridge right there. Again, looks like a Nord village, right? Again, another Nord castle. It looks like a very cool castle. You've got, like, soldiers here. Yeah, so again, so this is... I don't think, like, what does that look? That is like people there, right? You can see the ships moving around as well. So yeah, this looks like an army at sea. So you've got like ships moving, and then this looks like you've managed a fleet together. You've got like an army. Yeah, you can see all the ships moving as well. Yeah, so this is Valandia. This is Valandia. And they also show this as well. So this is why I think it's not just this island. Yeah, I think there is more to it. The big island to the right. Yeah, so I think... So again, let's get up a map of Bannerlord quickly. Sorry, this image. This image on Reddit, man. is perfect. Oh, wow. Yeah, so let's get up this image. So again, this is not like correct, by the way, so ignore this. So it looks like we're getting this island here, which has been moved like down. So again, so yeah, it looks like, so I want to zoom in like a bit, but not massively. So yeah, it looks like we're getting this big island moved down to like here, none of this continent here, and it looks like we're getting this here as well. It looks like we're getting this as well here. So it's like this big island and then this. Which, you know, I would have loved this entire island. Again, if we compare it, you can see, like, right? Like, so that island is definitely this island, right? And then that is Sturgia. So, like, so this... Oh, no. Yeah, no, that isn't, though, because Sturgia's further back, right? Or is it? Is that? Because, like, that is obviously that. And then Sturgia doesn't... No, that is Sturgia, sorry. Yeah, that is Sturgia. Yeah, that is Sturgia there. So that's Sturgia there. Right here. And then there's this back here, which is this. Right? Yeah, it's reimagined, of course, yeah. But yeah, it looks like this is also getting... Because, yeah, this is all Sturgia here. It's Britannia, Sturgia. I mean, it looks like we're also getting this part of it as well. It's basically a new world map. Yeah, I mean, a boy can hope, right? Oh, yeah, so that looks cool as well. So, yeah, we're looking at also, like, the new maps as well, right? Like, the new types of terrain we're going to be getting. That is quite cool, right? It looks like we're going down like the Azerai Nile type thing, even though I think it's more like Valandian. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would have loved to... Because we are also going to be getting like a new bandit type as well, I imagine. But yeah, I would have also loved to see like another culture, another new faction come in. Battanians look badass as well. Like, oh, imagine Battanian Thanes, man. Imagine Britannian Thanes. Oh my god, they're going to absolutely terrorize the map. But yeah, I do agree. I would have liked to have seen like another faction as well. Yeah, they said pirates. Yeah, pirates. I think the Azerai ships honestly look the coolest. Will this break mods? Yeah, it will break mods, but you don't have to. There's no update at the moment, so you're good for now. And just make sure you revert back to the old game files and you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Yeah, so that's also a little glimpse as well. So they did say that you could like put your ships together in like a land fort as well. And just like sit there and shoot the enemy. And they also said as well you can burn sails, you can shoot sails to slow down ships. Very cool indeed. Yeah, the different weathers as well sound cool. I think they cooked. I'm happy with this. I think, yeah, that is like a new armor as well, right? Oh no, it's not the same armor, Yeah, I think the ships look cool. As I said, there's stuff I would have loved to see them add, but overall, I'm happy. I'm more than happy with what they've added, I think. I would give this 5 booms, you know? Instead of 5 dooms. Yeah, there we go. I wonder if you'll be able to swim. Maybe, I doubt it. Britannia should have a better sea fleet, while the others. You mean Britannia should have a better sea fleet? What? We don't have any. Oh, they do. No, they don't. They're not even landlocked, aren't they? They have that river in the middle, but they're landlocked. Betrayal alone broke your mods. Is the announcement not in yet? No, we're still waiting on the Bannerlord announcement. How often are you going to see naval battles? I guess it depends what you're planning on doing, right? If you were playing as a Nord, I imagine you'll be seeing a lot of naval battles. And like, I imagine if you want to make money, naval battles are going to be great as well because, I imagine making money. If you're a Valandian merchant, right, and you sail from Valandia and you sail to the Kuzite lands, then, you know, like, then boom, you're going to make more money. So there's going to be reasons to it, right? But yeah, I agree. There has to be a reason. Yo, how's it going, Swedish? How is it going? They have said that they are adding siege improvements and they're also adding in ship sieges. So you can blockade and use your ships in a siege battle. That right side is a whole island. Yeah, so again, just keep in mind that this is like this is not 100% accurate, it's reimagined, etc. But by the looks of it, we're getting this island here. So obviously this is Calradia. This is Calradia here. By the looks of it, we're getting this island, this smaller island, and we're getting this part of the land here. Again, keep in mind, this map is like 20 years old. Literally 5 years old. So, and it's been reimagined. So, but by the looks of it, we're getting this, and we're going to get this, hopefully. Definitely this island, but also hopefully this as well. Swedes are taking over. Yeah, literally it's a Viking DLC. Perfect. You also get a middle island. Let's go back. Yeah, so there's there. Doesn't look like it, right? It's just boom and boom. This is for 2, right? Where's the middle island? Like here? But yeah, I mean, hopefully this is... There's an island on top right. Is there? So 1... Like, you're talking about this? Here? Like, this just looks like one big island, or is it like here, maybe you're talking about? Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, hopefully there's going to be smaller islands as well with cities on them as well, you know? Like outposts. North of that? No, it was clouds, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's all I'm seeing right now. In the fog. Oh, you think like back here? Maybe. And yeah, I mean, maybe there's like small islands as well. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, right? Crete mentioned. Hell yeah. Shout out the Cretans. It was just clouds, just a whiff of smoke. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, overall, as I said, I think I'm impressed. Be interesting if they were a single thief. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty easy to kill them. Yeah, I mean, as I said, hopefully this is the start now. And now they've got this down. Because they did say as well that naval combat was a big mechanic for them to work on. And, you know, if they're then working on smaller, more land-based factions, obviously we want them to come with their own unique, like, things like war elephants, for example. Let's say they did, like, an Egyptian, Indian faction, whatever, Persian-style faction that comes in with war elephants or something. And that's the special thing, is, like, the creatures. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we've already taken a look at it, Polos. We've already taken a look at the announcement with the base game stuff, with the stealth, the events, Sally, etc., Sling. And we obviously this here. We've already taken a look at that. We've also taken a look at the FAQ as well. Yeah, you know, like, hopefully, classic epic history video in my recommended. Bosh. Amazing. Hopefully, you know, it will be like this is the beginning of their DLC. Hopefully this does well. Like, hopefully it's good, so then it does well. And then they can quite easily transition a bit more regularly rather than having a massive 1.5 year gap. Yeah, instead of having a 1.5 year gap before anything, like maybe it's only, you know, there's more communication and they're a bit more regular. And maybe we can get like more factions, more map expansions. I very much like the way they're doing this, though. As I said from the beginning, I want a DLC and I want a big patch, and we are seemingly getting both. So I'm happy with that. Other new mod tools, yeah, they've spoken about quite a few new mod stuff as well, which is cool. Especially the XML editor that they're giving modders, which is, I know, huge for modders. As long as it works well, it's going to be big. But yeah, you know, I imagine, you know, naval combat is probably one of the hardest things they'll have to do. You know, future DLCs, I can't imagine, will be as technically challenging. But yeah, again, I would say, so let's wrap this up. Again, I really appreciate it. It's crazy. I think we had like 1,500 viewers at our peak. What was our peak? Say, what was the peak? Yeah, our peak was it was just below 1,500. FFF. Our peak viewership was 1,467, which is the most views we've ever had, which is cool. Very, very cool indeed. Oh no, they've taken the trailer down. But yeah, so yeah, I think overall, real positives. Trailer looks beautiful. The trailer is definitely a cook. That's a boom right there. Not quite 5 booms, but yeah, the trailer was good. Naval combat is awesome. It looks like there's more to it than just F1, F3. It looks actually like good. It looks actually like interesting. Destroying sails, ramming, boarding from multiple positions, capturing ships. That stuff all sounds pretty cool. You know, seems like there's more than just an F1, F3 when it comes to that. New faction, cool. Vikings. Who doesn't love Vikings? Vikings are cool. And I'm excited to see about their lands. Would have liked, not gonna lie, I would say definitely one of the negatives. I would have loved maybe another faction alongside them, even if they were similar to them, but maybe like an offshoot. Maybe we'll still get that. I doubt it though. I assume they probably would have mentioned it. But But yeah, I would have liked to have seen like an offshoot of them, like the Vacuum, for example, you know, who are like a mix of like Vikings and Sturgians, etc. You know, yeah, I would say a little bit disappointed that there's only one faction. Not a breaking point for me at all, though. Yeah, that was cool. Naval battles are cool. New faction, but new lands. I'm satisfied, I would say. I'm not disappointed. As long as it is that big island and also this northern part here as well. As long as it's those two, I am fine with that. It also kind of looks like they've changed up the land here as well, but maybe it's just we can't see it as well. I don't know. But yeah, like I'm fine with this. As long as it is this island, it's not just this island. Hopefully it's this island and then also this big bit of land over here that stretches around. I'm happy with that. Again, would have liked, you know, the entire continent, but a brother, you know, I would have loved all of this being added, but I'm fine with like that. I'm fine with like this here and this being added. I'm content. Not like super hyped, not super disappointed. I'm just content. Yeah, that was really cool. What else did they announce? Yeah, the building the fleet sound cool. 18 different types of ships is cool. Being able to having ship production as a thing. I'm interested to see if it's going to be like a smithing. Like, do you actually smith your own ships together? That'd be really cool, right? Putting designs and components in. Maybe. Now I say that, I don't think that's probably going to be the case because I doubt it's going to be modular. But that would be cool. New quest as well is good, and new music is cool. Yeah. Again, it depends on the price. I think £30, I'm happy with that. I think that's fine. Anything less, I'm very happy with. Anything more, I think as it gets closer and closer to £40, for example, is too much. Way too much. 35, you could probably bend my arm and think, yeah, I think that's expensive, but I guess gaming is expensive nowadays. £30, I'd be fine with. 25, I'd be like, yeah. 20, I'd be like, yeah, that's great. And then the base game stuff is awesome as well. So this is exactly what we said we wanted. We wanted a base game patch alongside the DLC. Random events is cool. You need the trade system to actually mean something. Stealth is cool. The mention of dungeons, I don't know what dungeons are. Sounds cool. Parlay system is kind of whatever. It's going to be useful, but I don't know how much you're going to use it. Hopefully this is like something that expands into more diplomacy options. Because I think right now, towns and castles, I'm intrigued to see what that's all about. It's a feature that needs a massive overhaul. It'll be interesting to see. Slings are cool. And yeah, the modding tools sound great. Again, I'm not a modder, but by the sounds of it, they sound really awesome. Hopefully they are really awesome. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Castle dungeons to rescue lords. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. So there's nothing new. Thank you, Cross. That does make sense. Yeah. Good catch. Yeah. So it's like when you try and prison break. But cool. That would be cool, right? And again, this stealth feature encourages you to interact with more of the game you'd never go to, you know? I think having a stealth feature like this encourages you to do prison breaks more often, right? You know, I think that's one of the big things is like there's a lot of features in Bannerlord, but you just never interact with them, like the city management system, you know? You just never interact with it because it's just pointless, because it doesn't do anything. But now you've added in stealth, then I'm more likely to maybe try and rescue lords. I'm more likely to try and go into hideouts and like this is another gameplay avenue that funnels you to experience other parts of Bannerlord that are already there. And that's kind of cool. And imagine something like that with Forbury. The Forbury mod would be amazing with that. Yeah, that's cool. I think the stealth thing is probably the coolest. I don't know how much you're going to use it, but I think this is probably the coolest thing in it. It's going to lead to so many awesome things. Did they fit Pix Pikes? Yes! Well, they say they have. They have said that various of AI improvements, more accuracy using melee weapons, improving pathfinding, reducing zigzag, improving... Where is it? I'll just find it for you. they did say, they said it somewhere, right? And I'm not just making it up. They said they basically improved, attacking whilst crouching. That's not what I was, I'm pretty sure they fixed couching the lance. You know, like the actual lance. Yeah, spear bracing, sorry, yeah. Spear bracing is being refined with better targeting, smoother animations, and spears using their spears by default. That's the most important thing there. Spearmen using their spears by default. So yeah, I mean, that's going to be it, I think, for the video. I don't think I'm going to put together... I mean, I might quickly edit down the reaction of the announcement. I might quickly edit that and upload that. But yeah, tomorrow's video, I'll basically condense all of this down into a video and drop that tomorrow. Yeah, we broke 500 likes as well. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. As I said, we almost hit 1,500 viewers, which is madness. I appreciate that. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because as I said, we'll be covering all of this. Any information, all the new stuff that they'll drop on the lead up to June 17th. I'll be covering it all on the channel. Again, they haven't released any price stuff. We'll be covering that. We'll obviously be doing a Let's Play as the Nords when they release. So, you know, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, nothing about price, and they haven't, unfortunately, it's not going to be on previous non-gen consoles. So it's only going to be on, and they say it right. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to be on previous gen consoles, which does suck. Yeah, it's only going to be on PS5, Xbox Series S and X. Last gen will not be supported, but not be supported for the DLC. I think you'll still be able to get. I think you still get all of this, all the base game plans. So all the base game plans you'll be getting, like the stealth, the new weapons, the improvements to the AI. This stuff will be coming into older consoles, but you won't be getting the DLC, unfortunately, on consoles. On old gen consoles, new gen consoles, you will. Yeah, no, I do agree, AM. I do agree that, you know, we do just want better diplomacy and city management improvements. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see if, because they do mention about diplomacy, they don't really talk about it, and they do talk about city management or projects, but they don't really do it. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, guys, that's where we're going to wrap up the stream. I'm going to timestamp this as well, so you guys know. Yeah, as you say, Nem, like, improvements might still come. They haven't, maybe they're holding off to talk about it. I feel like if they were going to talk about it, they would have already, but we'll see. Do we know if consoles will get it? Yeah, consoles, only current gen consoles though. PS5, Xbox Series, and XNS. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, drop a like, drop a comment afterwards. I'd appreciate if you drop a comment after the stream's gone live, just so it gets more interaction. That'd be awesome. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be covering all the DLC stuff. I really appreciate everybody hanging out for this. It's been awesome to actually have some content for Bannerlord. We've been literally starving, and now we're ready to raid. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the members as well. We got a bunch today. Very much appreciate that. I hope everybody has a great day. As I said, video tomorrow, just re-explaining all of this in an easier format. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Really appreciate it. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Have a good sleep if it's nighttime for you guys. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.